to talk about. What up, everybody? Is I the real Randy Chavez with my good friend Steph on the drop test. So we're gonna be going over this a lot, and this is all we're all gonna be talking about the next couple of days. It's like a movie. Go see it like 3 times. So, you know, first off, as soon as I saw everyone, Alex, David, and Dan, I immediately zoomed into David's background and see what he had, and we had a Banksy figure, the one where you had the protester like throwing some flowers or something, or throwing whatever. And then the other thing I noticed was that Rick and Morty drawing in the background. So I don't know if that was a teaser for like the artist of Rick and Morty, whoever that is, or if it's just Rick and Morty. What would you think?
I feel like he just has a ton of cool stuff in his house, and that's just what happened to be in his frame at the time where he was sitting. That's my honest opinion.
That's very possible. He's got so many cool things. I assume he's got like a warehouse or a couple of storage facilities with things that he can't fit in his normal house. What's up, Jossie? Yep, I'm here again. This is just Randy all day. Yeah, so KYC will be needed to cash out, stuff with fiat. How'd you explain that to your dad? How does he feel about that? Did he know that you couldn't cash out yet?
Well, I told him about the video. He was watching a little bit of it, but then he stepped out with my mom because they're just visiting from Florida.
Yeah.
So they're running around. But he ended up texting me, asking me what was the big announcement. So he is interested. It's not like he's like whatever about it. So I think that's pretty cool.
Cool. I would say there's so many announcements that we had. Removal of gem transfers at some point, just to kind of cut down on bots, kind of cut down on those third party market sales. But that being said, even though you're not able to you won't be able to transfer gems. Like you used to be able to transfer like 500 gems at a time. So it's really not that much anyway. So you'll still be able to pay like $100,000 for a Kripken or Murmurcorno, something like that.
Yeah.
282 regions that they're trying to do this global MTL thing. That's why it's not out yet. New Zealand, stuff like that. New Zealand's being really harsh on them. When David said they never intended to cash out, that pretty much just means that this was intended. Oh my God.
This is watching.
Hey, love you guys. So I'll be back soon. I have to do some work right now, but I just wanted to say hi to everybody. And
okay,
there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now.
Okay, get back when you can, when you have time. I'll be here all night, regardless of what time Steph has to go. Okay.
Bye, meow, meow, meow. Bye.
I love it. So yeah, originally this app was just you put in fiat and you get gems and you get the collectibles, and then you were supposed to be able to cash out OMI, and then some stuff, regulatory things happen. But what's the main things that you wanted to go over?
I mean, I kind of want to go over the upgrade. He's crying, so
baby, hi, Beans. Too. Hi, Beans.
This is Beans, everybody.
Oh, look at those little paws.
But I think that they mentioned that there's a P that's getting an upgrade.
Oh yeah. All right. So
that's what's going around.
Yeah, the big thing was, especially for us, is at the end of each thing. Like I think they did it to Ritmo, and I think they did it to forget which other one. At the end of each season is like 6 months. They give us a update to a random collectible, and of course he said it's going to have 2 Ps in there. So Pixar pals seem to make sense. The only other thing I think is like the Peely one, like the little Asian people with the little anime swords. But that's only 1 P.
What's the name of those?
It's called Peely Fantasy, Pili Fantasy. They're like okay. They're like called like puppeteering stuff, but it looks like video game stuff. It looks really cool.
That's not a double P.
Yeah, I know. So that's the only other thing with just 1 P that I was thinking. No other things really. Like again, it's Kripkins, Murmurcornos, Chaosium. There's nothing else even with any 1 P. So 2 Ps, it seems to be Pixar pals.
I mean, I think that sounds the most accurate. The 2 most possible is Woody being able to pull his string,
Mhm.
and him saying some stuff.
Yeah.
You're my favorite deputy. There's a snake in my boot. Reach for the sky. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
forget which
think
other
all
one.
that is possible.
I think
McQueen
maybe
being
one of them.
drivable.
That was the other thing. Like, does Lightning McQueen have like a catchphrase?
Ka-chow is the only one that I really know.
Maybe like rev his engine. He says
And
"ka-chow" or something.
speed. I am speed. In the
Oh,
beginning.
oh yeah, that was a meme for a while. I forget who it was. Guy, someone's running like "I am speed." So maybe they could say something, or maybe they could have a like an animation. So like I think Buzz's animation, like if we were to have him, would just be like his wings pop out, or just with his.
Yeah.
Does Woody have one? Does he have like a no? Trying to think of stuff that he like tip his hat.
No, his feature was pulling the string, and he just said like phrases.
Yeah.
But I know what Disney's capable of. Like, I'm really surprised that these didn't come out like animated with sound, and not just music sound, like them saying something. I feel like I don't know. I'm really shocked, and I feel like if there's an update, that I wouldn't be surprised if that was an update because I know they're capable of that.
Yeah. Out of the other ones, what could you see as possible updates? Like Edna, does she have like a catchphrase, or does she have something like that she does? Like, I'm trying to think when I saw
I could
Incredible.
see. Well, she is known for making outfits and making super suits. So they would probably just give her a bunch of outfits. Like you can
Yeah.
interchange her outfits.
Yeah, so maybe have her. I remember there being a meme where it's like, when I show my normal friends some like dark stuff, and then Edna's like, and the person next to her, I think it was the mom from the Collectibles, like, ugh.
Or you know what would be cool? Like I'm thinking like super far into it now. Like if they ever released like a Mr. Incredible, like the only way that you could get like different suits for him would be to have Edna mode because she creates the suits.
That'd be great. Oh my God, that's brilliant. That gives it some utility also. Hey, the only way to get certain. Oh God.
But what I also think is possible is that they could airdrop something into the Pixar collection because they could have made 6. They only made 5. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did that either because Disney is always like full of surprises and giving out things. And I would not be surprised if there was a secret airdrop for the Pixar Pals collection.
So if there was, you could either have a couple of different things, but one main thing would be, okay, the rarity's missing is a secret rare. They could drop a secret rare. The only other secret rare that Disney has is the Goofy lenticular card. So they'd have to be really choosy about who they choose, or they could make it like another common. Like they could make it like we already have Mike Wazowski. They could make it Sully. So they don't have to drop a secret rare. They could just do another common or another whatever.
They could. I just don't think that they would put the common in with the. I feel like they would save that for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was something different though, like each one, like Woody's from Toy Story, Mike is from Monsters Inc. What's another Pixar one that would be?
There's a couple movies. I mean, what was missing there? Let's go through the list of Pixar.
Big Hero 6, that Pixar? I gotta Google Pixar movies and then see which ones were missing. Could be a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pixar movies. Soul, Coco, Inside Out, Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo was not. That's such a popular movie. So imagine it. If it was Nemo, Finding Nemo being.
Oh, because you have to find it. It's
yes.
not there. Oh, that'd be so good.
Like because you got Pixar group, you found Nemo. That's the secret. That would be fire. Disney, if you're watching, take that idea.
Hire us. Yeah, if you're an Imagineer, if you're someone that's paid to be creative, like that's that's something that they would do because you have to find it. Oh, it's a puzzle. It unlocks things. So would they do, because if they do Nemo, I mean, well, I guess you would still want Dory. You would still want his friends. Like, I love the people I love the fish in the fish tank. The guy that's got like the scar on his face. The starfish, the crab that's all French and loves to clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if we got Nemo, I would still want it. Like, that is one thing that would worry me though. Like, if you get like Lilo and Stitch come out, like how many other major like fun characters would you really want out of Lilo and Stitch after those two come out? Like, do you want the sister? Do you want the sister's boyfriend?
The only other character that it's not even a character, that little blue doll. I forget what its name is. I had a keychain of it. God. Let me see.
In the car. Any more kids? Yeah, Ginferno, buy that Omi. Buy it up. Buy it up. So, for me, real talk, yeah, for us, like the kind of the whole purpose of this was the Pixar Pals one and trying to go and view which ones were the best. But yeah,
his name is Scrump.
I don't even remember.
He's known in the Disney world.
Oh, all right. So yeah, like it probably wouldn't be Lilo and Stitch. It'd probably be someone that you can go. They could drop the major character, and then you'd still want the supporting characters. Probably what they would do. So Nemo would make sense. So if they were to give other utilities, so I went over. I think that'd be great if they, like, for an animation, if you click on Mike, and then suddenly they cover his face. Like you were saying, like he always has his face covered in the things. I could do that for him. The Up House, I guess they could make float, like you touch it and it like floats away or float.
You know what's interesting? So I went outside yesterday and I was like playing around with the Pixar set. I took this picture, Beans. I took this picture.
Nice.
So then I was trying to take one with the Up House. And I was like positioning it over the water, and believe it or not, like it was moving when the wind was moving. I don't know if it's a coincidence. I should have like screen recorded my phone. I'm gonna go outside tomorrow but it was blowing in the wind. I wasn't even touching it. It was moving.
Was it moving like really fast?
Not very fast, but it was like.
Because every now and then in the show, it only happens in the maybe it doesn't happen in the showroom. On the outside, I used to do that. Like sometimes it would come, but it would come really fast. Like the collectible would like go way out of view. Like it would be over there, and so
No. So like I could move it. I can move it over to like over the water. I was trying to position it in like a good spot over the water. And once I moved it over the water and let go, it started to like float. And I was like, what the hell? It moves?
Oh my God.
I should have screen recorded it.
I need to get one and I need to like test it out. I still don't have the full. I was talking to this guy named Rob Stuff before, and he was about to buy my Storm Secret Rare yesterday. The market's still closed.
That's so frustrating.
And if you would have bought that, I would have finished the Pixar set. I would have gotten some more gold moments. It would be great. Gary O, how's it going, fam? How you doing? All right, so we did. So and a boy's here. Kobe collects saying two of his favorites. We heart you, brother. Kobe collect. We were chatting before. I don't even know if I could find it. It was such a long time ago. I don't even know where it went. So Kobe Collects always has like, obviously a lot of these people that got bought gems from that unreputable place. This is why you only buy from people like Dino or Kobe Collects or VVLG, because you know that those gems are clean, where they're coming from. When the market does get back on and stuff, Kobe's pretty good at that. He was telling me, so Kobe, let me know if I can say that thing about the one collectible that a bunch of people got, or one. So I can't say unless Kobe gives me the green light. There was somebody that bought some gems and just scooped up a whole bunch of a one collectible. Oh, say it. So somebody bought up 420 Winnie the Poohs.
Yeah, I saw
And,
that.
oh, did he post it? I didn't know if he posted it.
Oh, it was posted. It was floating around.
People do be crazy though. So yeah, so what happens to those Winnie the Poohs? Like, if how many were there? Was it 13,000? So less than 13,000 now are available to get. That number, because the accounts would be frozen.
I think I still have the post because I screenshot it.
Nice.
Beans.
Beans wants to be part of the conversation. I love Beans so much.
This is what it said.
Should I keep going? Oh wait, how was that? Just like 419, 429?
429. It says if you see the floors on golden moments rising, just know it's most likely me, especially for Poohs.
Yeah, but the number that he had on his
429. So that's what happened. He bought dirty gems and he's the reason for this shutdown right now.
Well, he's not the person that. So here's the two theories. One theory is like way out there, is that somebody acted really badly on Apple and Google buying $600 and $350 worth of gems enough times to make it to like 7 million gems that up from a stolen credit card, which really doesn't make sense. Or somebody figured out a way to go and like get a mass gem glitch, like rare candy code back in the day from Pokemon. Yeah. They just were able to print gems out of thin air, and then use those and sell those somehow. And then that person, which apparently, though, on Telegram this morning, somebody had messaged me. It was from Telegram. I don't know. I forget. This person, James Peter 42, which allegedly, but he's the one that had 100,000 gems for sale. He was selling it to people for like crazy discounts, and the people that bought from him, their accounts happened to get banned. So it should stand to reason that that's the dude. But the people that bought him, like, they didn't do anything wrong. They just got screwed. Screwed hardcore. So Joey Requejo, they want a golden moment. Patsy Weber, Patsy Weber texted me before. We got rounded up to 10 million Omi today. Can't fucking wait. Good.
Congrats.
Yeah. There is and that's so all of these that you have in the next couple of months. Well, I guess in the first couple of months, like right now, we'll have a web app, which that looks really clean. That looks really good. And with that will come a wait line. So we're no longer going to have to, do fast fingers. We're just going to be in a wait line. It's like a queue, and they'll pick randomly. When that happens, you're going to be able to bet, wager Omi. Like, I'm going to bet, $100 worth of Omi. And if you're in the top, like 2,000 people, they take your Omi, they burn it, and then you get a guaranteed that collectible. So instead of paying, like, let's say the collectible is $100, you don't have to pay like $500 on the market for it if you don't get it. You guaranteed to get it for $100.
Okay.
So you do still have to spend $200, but you still make back your money. And after that, we should get Omi to NFT, because we have that should be the next thing. If that's first Omi utility, and then Omi to NFT would be the second one. Would you sell any of your NFTs for Omi?
No.
We got a hodler over here. Nice. Is there any collect? I mean, would you take a collectible like you get off the drop that you don't really care about just so you could sell that for Omi? Or is that just that? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe that I would do, but I feel like I just want to collect Disney right now. Like, that's my strategy. That's what I'm sticking with.
Yeah.
When I first started, I was grabbing a little bit of everything, but like I said, I sold it and just strictly went with Disney. So I kind of want to stick with that. I only see myself selling if like something really came up and I really needed money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I plan on holding them all because I really feel like years down the line, they're going to be worth something.
Yeah. Pooh already it doubled from like 2 something to like 500. I don't know what's going to happen. Well, I don't know, because again, those Poohs can't go back in circulation just yet. So a lot of those are taken off the market. Pretty legit.
What's going to happen with that?
Is there which one would you take? Would you start making doubles of? Like, okay, the next cheapest one that I could get, let's say Golden Moment or Disney, whatever, is like $2,000 and you can't get it. Would you save up for that next one, or would you get doubles of something you really like a Timon and Pumbaa or Lightning McQueen, something like that?
No, so my strategy is right now, I mean, if they happen to go down low again like they just were, I probably would grab doubles of something.
Yeah.
But once I grab a Golden Moment, I kind of am like, okay, what's most affordable for me to go for next? And so right now I'm trying to get Donald and Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Wally, I have a Lady and the Tramp, and then this full duos set. So my next one is Donald and Daisy.
Nice.
And then from there, I'm probably going to go for Elsa after that.
Oh, that's a big one. It's going to be a big ticket item.
Yeah.
What's up, JQ? Real Talk says French Bulldogs to the moon. That is doggo. Oh, yeah. He also had a physical run English Sunflower behind David, which was cool. That's some of the things they had for the Ukraine relief thing. Great that the Red Cross made a video about it. That was super fantastic. That's something I thought was pretty legit. For the, I mean, next bit, like outside of the next, after they test the queues and the wait lines and whatever, we will probably start having more drops. I do think by January we'll double, and instead of 3 comics and 1 collectible per week, we'll probably have 6 comics and 2 collectible per week. What is out of what Disney owns, be it Pixar, Star Wars, all that, what are some other Disney properties that you would like to see on here that might not be just movies, or they could be movies?
I think people would go crazy for like a Disney Saturday mornings, I think it used to be called.
Yeah.
So like all those old school 90s series, so DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck. I think a set of that would be dope.
That'd be cool.
A lot of people, Goof Troop was in there. A lot of people would go crazy for that.
I do remember a bunch of those. I think they had like a 101 Dalmatians show also. They had a bunch of shows.
They did. Yeah, they did. They had a Little Mermaid show. There was a little, it's actually on Disney Plus.
Oh, they have, yeah, Little Mermaid, she had like 6 sisters or something like that, or 6 cousins. And they all made an appearance on that. Some other things that I was thinking of is because Disney owns like ESPN and owns ABC and it owns like a whole mess of other things. I was thinking like, oh, well, what was on like ABC? It had like random shows. They had like, I think Kyle XY. I think, I guess you have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., just random stuff that could be found on there. I think they had Peggy Carter.
Trying to think.
ESPN, obviously, you got sports, ESPN2. But let's take a look at what, I already Googled Pixar movies, but let me take a look at what companies does Disney own and see if we...
They own so many. I'm just trying to think what they would make into an NFT on Veve.
Oh, okay. So Touchstone Pictures. Oh, hot puppy. Touchstone Pictures, that's the one that Jerry Bruckheimer always does, right? So he's like the director?
Or, they acquired Fox. So they have movies like, do you remember Anastasia?
Yeah.
She's now technically a Disney princess because she's owned by Disney.
So you have Anastasia, you have Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Listen, now that you brought that up, I need Roger Rabbit, and Jessica Rabbit on Veve.
Tell us that. Get him.
I need it. No, I need it. Jessica Rabbit is my favorite character of all time. I need it.
This is why they need. Yeah, they need. Maybe they should just do. Maybe they should make it equal and make it like four comic drops a week and 4 regular drops a week with other people. Like again, Night Before Christmas, Pretty Woman. There's Armageddon. There's Sister Act. There's Step Up. I don't know, Splashes. That Pearl Harbor was from Touchstone. Could you imagine getting a Pearl Harbor drop?
I think James and the Giant Peach might be Disney now too.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah. Remember Page Master?
No, it was Page Master.
Page Master. Macaulay Culkin was the Page Master with 3 books. There was like a fairy one, a pirate one, and a Frankenstein looking one. Stop. Let me look it up. It was so fire.
So you said Macaulay Culkin and Page Master. So I'm thinking like he had like a pager and people would page him, but that's completely different.
No, oh my God, it was so good.
Oh, they own Coyote Ugly. Oh, they own Con Air. Oh my God, Con Air was so Nicolas Cage NFTs.
Come on, you never saw this movie?
No.
Oh my God, you're missing out on childhood. It's such a good movie.
You said there's 3 of them though, right? Or there's 3 books inside the movie.
This is the 3 books. This is the fairies right here, the pirates right here, and the Frankenstein looking one is right here.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's just one movie. All right, I could do that. I could totally do that at some point.
Christopher Lloyd is in it, and Macaulay Culkin, and it says all the adventure your imagination can hold.
Okay, I'll give it a look. Maybe tonight. Maybe after I do the stream. Somebody poison the water hole. That was another good one we missed before. Yeah, Randy, your hat is fine. Why? Thank you, Digital Snowflake. Oh, Edna could say, "Pull yourself together."
No capes.
And his artwork is amazing. Why is Mark closed? It's just because they're calling back some gems from Bad Peeps. Okay. I want a Con Air one signed. I don't know if they're gonna do any horror stuff because I don't know. KYC is supposed to get rid of like some kids on the app, like no one under the age of like, or they could drop there was a guy named Adam Austin.
Yeah, but if they do horror, you remember what Justin was talking about the other day about at the Universal, what was it called? Universal
Studios? The Tower of Terror?
No, the big Universal area that they're opening with the new hotel and the theme parks.
Oh yeah.
There was a horror. There was like a horror land or something that was over there with all the old school stuff like Dracula, Frankenstein, the werewolf. I could see them making a old school horror.
I think I have that screenshotted.
The Bride of Frankenstein. I think they would definitely make something like that.
We do too many of these lines. I don't know which one to go on to and try to find it. I'm gonna guess it was one that was okay. All right, so he had to be home, and he had to have found. All right, so it wasn't the one that we did 4 days ago. It's
Universal's Epic Universe.
Okay, I could find it on here. I have 18 tabs open. Universal's Epic Universe. Okay, Florida. Oh, okay. There we go. So they had a horror version?
They have a horror land.
Oh no.
Or something like that. Let me see.
Future expansion, quick service restaurant, How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, that'd be epic. Service restaurant. Super Nintendo World, Dragon Coaster. I'm not finding it. Unknown Room Quick Service.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Universal Monsters.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that would make sense because Universal's got all like you said like Dracula and.
Yeah, I think that's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they were supposed to do that with like Tom Cruise. With the Mummy movie. I think that was him. And
yeah. It says Universal's classic monsters, so that has to be it.
oh, that'd be great. We already partnered with Universal, so this would be. Oh, that'd be perfect. Could you imagine them walking around the Veveverse like the Mummy or like some? Make so many mini games out of that.
That just made me think of Addams Family. I don't know why, and I would definitely need a Gomez and Morticia.
Of course. What's the hand's name? Is it just called the Thing? Thing. Yeah, I like that guy. The who's the dad? The older guy, like the grandpa guy.
Yeah, Uncle Fester.
Yeah. I love the memes that like compare him to like Ted Cruz because I feel like it just looks like him. No, Anna, I don't think you're late at all. I mean, we were going over this. What was the theories that we were going over with Susan that night after we had ended the stream? That they were like suppressing. They were like Disney was like suppressing stuff.
I don't know why they're not. I don't see a lot of articles. I know there's so many different Disney blogs and all of this, and there's not one article or anything about anything on Veve Golden Moments when you do a search in Google or anything like that. I think it's weird. And if anything does come up, it's from last year back in like October, November.
Yeah. Also, I think it was Monarch NFT and somebody else. We were I think it was and X-Force. They had commented on some of those Disney streamers like live streams.
Right.
And their comments were like deleted and they were put in timeout. So either the people that stream at Disney, they just don't want to, like, let's say they're in, but secretly they don't want anyone else finding out. Or Disney had gotten to them, like, hey, listen, you guys are, and I don't know if they have a relationship with Disney or not. Like, hey, listen, we have this deal with Veve, and we're not don't advertise it yet. Delete all those comments, type of deal. So I don't know which one makes more sense.
It's possible, but you know how many bloggers there are? So for Disney to hit up everyone and be like, no, delete this. No, delete this.
That's true.
Then they have to pay them that's like, now you want me to work? I have to delete these comments off my stream. Am I being paid for this? Like, I don't, it's just all very strange.
It is. Like, wow. I don't know if it's because they're anti-NFT or they're afraid that, if people get into...
I mean, that could be it. It could be that. There's a lot of people that are anti-NFT.
So that would be, I heard that and I was like, whoa, that goes just into what me and Susan were talking about the other night. About
until you get some type of other utility other than like Disney Plus when you got the first drop, I think that would draw a good portion of the Disney people in if they saw like, I have no idea what an NFT is, but like, for example, I text one of my friends today. He's an annual pass holder. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I texted him and I said, sir, are you on Veve? And he said, ma'am, what's that? And I was like, I need to tell you, Disney NFTs. And he was probably at work and he was like, oh, nice. But he's like into things like that. So I'm like, if he's a Disney fan, he's an annual pass holder. He doesn't know about it. Like, I just don't think a lot of people know about it.
Yeah. That's a good point. So even if they do, what's the, I would love to know. I know that it varies so widely because so many people people can go to Disney multiple times a year. People struggle to go maybe once every other year. I'd love to know the average, like the mean of each person that says like, I know of them, but I don't have the money to invest in them because, X, Y, and Z. Like if you're working paycheck to paycheck, spend a couple $100s on one NFT, he's like, might be a lot. I don't know. Jerry's Game? What's Jerry's Game?
Jerry's Game. That's the guy with the big glasses that like fixes Woody up. He's Jerry.
Gotcha. That would be. So this.
It's hard to believe that could be. It could be that people just don't want to put money into it because a few examples of things that Disney people spend money on. Club 33 is like some secret rare Disney club that you have to like pay a hefty fee in order to be in, and you have to like be picked to be, you know, chosen to go in there and whatnot. Have you ever heard of Disney Vacation Club?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know the ins and outs. So let me know what that is.
It's been around for years. I'm gonna look up how much it is to join that. How much is
Hey, there's X-Force.
to join?
But yeah, the Club 33 isn't that like it costs like at least $20,000 to enter like per year?
Like 30. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 33K.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, Anna's like, Veve allows us to be kids forever. Ooh, close encounter. What's up, Lloyd?
Right, so Disney Vacation Club. It's like some type of like almost like a timeshare.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you get a home resort. So you get to pick one of the Disney resorts. There's like 20 to 30 Disney resorts now. I can't give you an exact number, but they have a ton of resorts on their property, and they're all owned by Disney, themed to different types of places. Yeah, there's Caribbean Beach, which they have. You could stay in Jamaica. You can stay in, you know, all these different tropical places at this one resort. There's like a Pop Century resort where you could stay in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Yeah, it's just super cool. So basically you pick a resort when you're part of this club, and you get a certain amount of points, and you pay for these points. And it says that prices start at $201 per point. So if a resort stay cost 125 points, it says, for example, it would be $25,125. And people join this club and use these points. And they even have like websites where you can rent points from Disney Vacation Club people and go and stay in the resort. Like they'll book it for you.
Oh, wait, okay, so how much? Oh wait, we got to back this up because also I need my handy dandy notebook for this. You can't tell me that I'm not going to do this when Omi freaking moons. Okay, so you need to spend how much?
I'll read it for you right now so that it makes sense. Disney Vacation Club.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks down, the website breaks down the total cost of membership as purchase price starts at $201 per point, right?
Okay.
For example, it would be $25,125 for 125 points.
Okay.
So depending, it says Saratoga Springs could cost as little as 21 points a night, but Disney's Riviera Resort could start at 30 points a night. So this is an example. This is the Riviera Resort.
Okay.
Brand new.
And you said that was 37 points a night?
It said you could stay there for about 30 points a night. So how much is that?
So if
it's $201 a point. Hold on,
yeah, so yeah, go. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm gonna get comments here. Yeah, there will be no more gem swaps, I think, next week. And then next week after that. But again, they'll let us know. You'll still be able to list something, and then somebody else can buy it, and you could still sell gems that way. Mr. Coin saying, "What a handsome doggo." So you said, all right, so 21.
So that would be about 6,000 just to book the room.
Wait, so what's the point of doing that if it's going to cost you that much just to book the room, just in points?
To be honest, I don't really know what the point is.
But
they love it.
Are you sure it's not the opposite? Like, however much money you spend, you get a point. Like, if you spend $200, you get a point.
What I think it means is that you kind of... I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say it like guarantees you a room, because it doesn't. the room has to be even available for you to book.
Yeah. But I mean, that would make sense if they, well, you said $25,000 for, so you have to buy points, or points are given to you if you if you spend a certain amount of money.
Disney Vacation Club is a vacation ownership program similar to a timeshare, where the program works on a point system that allows guests to travel when and where they want at Disney locations around the world. Members have a use year where the points become available to use for a certain amount of time. Within that year, you can use your points however you'd like. So you're basically paying for a certain amount of points.
Yeah.
It's basically a club. You're paying for a certain amount of points, and you can use those points anywhere. So you could use it in Florida. You can use it in Disneyland. You can use it in probably Japan, in Paris.
So I don't know how much it would cost at the Riviera, but if you spend $25,000 for 125 points, then 125 points gets you 4 nights at the Riviera. So you spend $25,000 for 4 nights. I don't understand that.
Depending on it depends how much you're paying per point, like how much they're selling points at, I believe. But still, regardless, there's tons of families that are buying into this vacation club. So why wouldn't they buy NFTs? That's the whole point of this.
It's good. It's a good point. That's a good perspective there. If you have, and I think that's why people are going crazy on Waltz and buying. I should tell my buddy.
Another one, Star Wars. If people are spending $5,000 for a minimum of 2 nights at their fully immersive new Star Wars hotel, where it's basically like a theme park itself, like you don't even have to leave the hotel.
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to buy Star Wars NFTs? And if they're a Star Wars fan, they're a Disney fan, so they're going to buy Disney NFTs? Come on.
Yeah. God, have you ever seen that show? Not it's the one with Ron Swanson where he like hates the government, and Leslie Knope. It's not Community. It's Chris Pratt got started on there kind of before he got super ripped. Patton Oswalt was on there as a. Oh, all right, I know I don't want Facebook. Let me do. All right, Patton Oswalt, Star Wars filibuster on Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, someone else said it.
Oh, okay, so they have this. I won't play the whole clip because like 8 minutes is super long. But they have Patton Oswalt go and explain the a filibuster, and he has it with Star Wars stuff, like with Boba Fett, and he brings it all with like Guardians of the Galaxy.
And John Williams fanfare, followed by a scroll to be written. I would like to mention that Brian De Palma wrote the original opening scroll for Star Wars.
All right, it's going to take forever to get to. But it's like an 8-minute clip of him just going on and like basically writing fan theory and fan fiction about this.
Yeah.
It just kind of solidifies your point of if they like one thing, they'll like another thing, and they'll lie. They'll pay it. Everyone loves beans.
Look what else I discovered. Of course, I bought one. Remember I showed you that there was the pins that match the golden moments? So I bought the Lady and the Tramp one to match mine. Look what I put. I bought this today.
Poo!
Do I need it? No. But I bought it. Because I have poo, so...
They got you. They got you.
But if anybody else wants to buy, the only one that they have available right now, because I guess it's coming out in series, this is part of a blind box, and you don't know what you're going to get till you open it. So I looked on like Mercari and eBay for one that was already open, and I bought it.
Nice. I know you could buy it on Bit4X. You could probably YouTube how to buy it. Advice to a newbie. I don't know. It depends what your goals are. Goals are just like investments. I don't know, like Disney, really good. Like any Marvel first appearance that's really popular, or collect what you like if you're really not into money. Like Steph is going now. She's just having to go and get like the best IP that's gonna go up anyway. But that just happens to be what she likes. Like if you like Kripkins, if you like, Chaosium, by all means, collect that. Yeah, good times. Oh, ABC, Steve Urkel, Steve Urkel's secret rare confirmed. That'd be great.
Oh, I love Steve Urkel. Did I do that?
Dude, Laura did not deserve Steve. He is, fucking
No,
love that.
she did not. She was so ungrateful.
Yeah.
But then when he turned into what was his name?
Stefan Urkel.
Yeah. Once he turned into Stefan, Laura was hot.
Yeah, she. I can't believe that Myra was always comfortable playing second fiddle, because she knew that if Laura ever wanted him, Myra would be tossed to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
And feels bad, man. Oh, Toothless would be great too. That's the verse. Monarch took a long walk, but he's back. Yeah, people have great times to buy. Or some other things that we had. Oh yeah, so master collector points. So as you get more and more stats, as you get more and more collectibles, you'll acquire more points. As you go on, you'll get a whole bunch of points retroactively when they have it, and you could use those points to try to get a drop or try to get whatever. I don't know what type of benefits would they need to give you in order for you to burn any of your NFTs. Be like a guaranteed other NFT?
How would you answer that?
Oh, I would. If they were to say burn two. If they were to say burn two secret rares of doesn't matter what number,
Mm-hmm.
and or burn two of any collectible, and then you're able to get a sub 40. Because they keep the first 40, I'd probably do something like that. I would burn
yeah, then that's worth it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would say no to that?
Yeah, I don't know. And then it'd be like a race. Then suddenly you see 80 collectibles just be burned. That'd be insane. But yeah, I'd totally do that. Rip to my alligator look. I think the only other thing that I have two secret rares are Storm. Storm I have. Yeah, if let's get a sub 40, it'd probably be perfect. I don't know. Is that something would you do? Burn two collectibles? If you had two Winnie the Poohs, burn them, and then you get. Yeah, I guess you probably would. But,
for something better. Yeah.
Yeah. Or at a guaranteed chance to get Golden Mufasa or Golden. Who do you like better, Mufasa or Simba?
Now, do I have to pick young Simba or older Simba?
Whichever. Rank them: Mufasa, young Simba, old Simba.
I'm gonna go with older Simba, Mufasa, younger Simba.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right. Okay. I thought mine would be Mufasa first, and then I don't know. Young Simba's he's just got a lot of pressure. He's gonna be king, and then he
I feel like I can relate to older Simba a little bit. It's deep, but I can relate to him a little bit. So yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. Let me show you something that somebody made for me. It's actually really cool.
Oh, okay. I can't wait. And stuff. New users, watch as many videos you can from Randy. Oh, old videos. You'll learn from a lot of those. Taps trades. Cabell. Hi from New Zealand. Hello, James from New Zealand.
I did an art swap with somebody one day in one of my Disney Facebook groups. I painted them something and they painted me stuff. So my favorite characters. This is on rocks. The actual rocks. And they painted it. So Simba.
Wow, those look amazing.
And Jessica Rabbit and Roger. Yeah.
Especially that Simba. He looks so good. Yeah, it's
amazing. I'll put it real close so you guys can see. And there's resin on it, so it doesn't come off. Super dope.
Yeah. So I guess I more respect Mufasa because he had his stuff together, ran that place perfectly. He dealt with his older brother without being mean to his older brother. And he just he had it all. He had the lady, had a kid. He did really well. So maybe I respect him, but I feel bad for little Simba because he had a lot to live up to. Mufasa is the perfect leader, lion, and little Simba's just had, he tried to want to be that. He was excited, but then the world punched him in the face and in the body and in the kidneys like 100,000
Little
times.
Simba was every one of us when we were younger. Tell me not, you wanted to go out and run off on your own, and your parents were like, yeah, you're not going out by yourself. And you were like, I'm gonna go to the park by myself. I'm sneaking out. I know I ran away. When I was young. I didn't get very far, but I went down the block and went around the corner, and I went to the pizzeria that my mom would always take me to. And you know those things that would be outside? I don't know if they have this in other states, but in New York, in front of like pizzerias in the 90s, you would put a little quarter in this thing, and there would be like a little metal thing that you could get on, and it would just go back and forth like this. And it would be like a Minnie and Mickey, or like a Donald, or a horse or something. And it would just move back and forth. And I ran around the corner. I was like 5 years old, and I ran off on my own. And somebody in the pizzeria noticed that I was by myself. Like, where's your mother? And brought me back home. So like Simba is relatable as a kid.
So I kind of relate to adult Simba, where he's just chilling with Timon and Pumbaa, no responsibilities. How do you relate to adult Simba?
It's deep. I don't know if I want to get into it on here.
We don't have to.
But I can relate to him.
Okay. I can dig it.
I'm sure everybody has. I feel like Disney does that, though. Disney purposely creates characters that are relatable, and that's how they become likable and you become obsessed with them, because they just did that with Encanto. You know how many posts I saw on the internet of my daughter is so happy, and it was a girl standing next to the screen of her looking like what's her name?
Any of them.
The main character, the girl with the curly hair and the glasses.
Yeah, Mirabella.
Yeah, Mirabelle.
Yeah. Mirabelle.
And so that's what they do. They're really good at doing that, making characters that are relatable to you, and that's how you end up falling in love with them.
Yeah, I did like that. I thought, like, hey, finally some brown, and not the fact that they were like just brown, but they were also like normal looking people. Like they were, not like Anna and Elsa, which are like the perfect like figure, and just they're just long flowing hair, symmetrical facial features. They like these people, like they were like normal. I was like, oh, that's good. Watch Enterprise posted up he totally posted up in the 90s resort. They had a 50s one. I love 50s like Red Robin. No, not what. Not Garden City. Yeah, Roosevelt Field Mall. Johnny Rockets. They have like old school type of stuff. I love milkshakes, burgers.
Listen, we gotta go to the parks.
I'm game.
In Florida together. They have a restaurant in Hollywood Studios called the 50s Primetime Cafe, and everything is super themed at Disney. Let me pull up and show you the inside. But the waiters and waitresses are called like Aunt whatever the cast. So like if I work there, my name would be Aunt Steph, and you would be Uncle Randy.
Mm-hmm.
And so they come over and they act like they're like, all right, so what are you eating for dinner? All right, and you better eat it all, because if you don't, you're not getting dessert. You're not. And they'll come back and they'll check on you, and you'll be like, all right, but why you're not eating your vegetables? What's going on here? Like they'll talk to you like that. They'll come back. They'll throw napkins on the table. They'll throw your straws on the table. Like they make it super like fun.
I could dig going there. There's so many. So that's the thing with Disney. Like, there's so many. Unless you live there, it's going to take like a lifetime to go and do and see everything. Annual points.
Inside looks like.
Yeah, that's what I picture when I think old timey.
Yep.
50 stuff.
And you sit. Look, the tables have like it's like you're sitting in a kitchen.
Oh yeah.
It's so
those
cute.
tiny TVs.
One of my favorite things to eat there is Mama's meatloaf, I think it's called.
Mama's meat. Is it good? Like, is the food good?
It's so good.
Oh,
Everything at Disney is good to eat except like the fast food, in my opinion.
okay.
Like if you go there and you're grabbing one of those like quick like burgers or like chicken nuggets, like what do you expect? Like it's theme park food. But if you go to like their restaurants, you're getting good food.
I do remember one time at Magic Kingdom, and that's the one with the animals are like outside, right?
Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, yeah, Animal Kingdom. That's
Yeah.
I do want to try to go there first, animal, just because love animals. I remember they had this awesome brownies. Just good times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess you get annual points. You get those points every year.
Yeah, you do. You get a bank of points every year.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Flying in Saratoga Springs Resort in New York. Wait, where's Saratoga?
Saratoga's in New York, like up north, but they have a Saratoga Springs Resort.
Yeah. Oh God.
In Florida. It's themed around Saratoga, New York.
Oh, okay. Saratoga Springs Disney. Let me check the New York. Because I'm curious, like how interesting. So see, if it was close, I would go to the one in New York. I don't know where it is though. No, it's not even showing the one in New York. Oh no, it is.
I haven't heard of one being in New York.
Oh no, it's just a Saratoga race course.
But they also have something called Disney Adventures.
Yeah.
Where you kind of pay for like a personal tour guide, and you can go like anywhere, pretty much. Like you can have Disney Adventures in Italy, and it'll be a Disney cast member that will take you around Italy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter game. That'd be great. Stuff is dope. How you doing? Right? Oh, well, thank you, C15. Yeah, the best. Meet Angel, Rob Staff, Wendy Chavez. Wendy Chavez 29. You guys are saying, you guys. I guess Rob.
Maybe he was streaming.
I was streaming. He was streaming before. He sent me the link to StreamYard, and because I did like a 5-hour stream like over there. So I was in bed and I was like, "Hey guys," I was just trying to. Oh, it's a Rob Stuff raid. Happened 11 minutes ago. Y'all are great. My bays. So what's the park you want to most go to? Is it the Star Wars one?
I haven't been to Hollywood Studios since they added the Star Wars stuff. So I haven't been to the Star Wars land. The most recent update that I got was the Toy Story land.
When was that?
I think I might have a picture.
The algorithm do be good tonight.
Okay, yeah. This is Toy Story Land. When you first walk in, so that kind of shrinks you down to like the size of a toy. Everything is like super big. And when you walk in, that's what the land looks like. This is a ride, a 3D ride where you ride in a car with somebody, and like I said, you pull the strings and you kind of do classic games where you gotta throw rings around aliens or like pop balloons that Green Army men are like falling down from, or it's super fun.
I could dig it.
There's a Slinky Dog coaster in there. You can kind of see the track a little bit. The Pixar ball is there.
Oh, sweet.
There's like bumper cars, alien bumper cars.
I'd play all those things. I'd play them all. Like, oh, this is fun.
Let me show you this funny video. Stop. I can't. The things you see at Disney. This is in Morocco at Epcot.
Is that just normal
The guy
people?
dancing with her.
Oh, so she worked there, but the guy was just dancing with her like a normal.
Yeah.
I don't know what all these numbers are for. 3, 15, 19, 16.5, 2, 1. I don't.
Maybe he's doing a giveaway.
Maybe Rob stuff. Rafiki up there. So yeah, so much they can do with that, and the news. Probably be good to. Is there any parks that are like? Do they do like a rotation? Be like, all right, this park is here for 25 years, and then we're taking it away, and then we're putting out something new. It's just always expanding.
I found out in training a long time ago that the Disney property, first of all, is double the size of Manhattan.
Jesus.
There's room for 8 theme parks. There's only 4. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much space they have and want to work with.
So much.
And they're still buying land all the time to build like other hotels and stuff.
Oh God. That's insane. Great. But that's all right. So do they have a thing like I guess you don't know. Like they're making movies and some could be okay and some could be like, whoa, everyone really resonates with this. So I guess they can't really plan too far out ahead on the amusement parks.
I think they're gonna announce something big this D23 in September because Universal's coming out with that whole park.
The Nintendo thing, right? Yeah, and all the
They have to do something. They have to do something.
They got to compete.
Last time when Universal was opening Harry Potter World, I believe Disney was opening the expansion of Fantasyland. They did like the whole back part over. They took away Mickey's Toontown and they added a whole extension of Fantasyland back there. They put new rides. They put Beast Castle, where inside you can go and eat in the ballroom where Beauty and the Beast were dancing. Like you could eat inside the West Wing, where the Beast has the rose.
Oh, yeah, that's so. All right, so what was their? Do you know like their mindset behind taking away the Toontown? Like which ones do they get rid of? Like is it the ones that they just say, "Hey, you guys aren't making much money. That's it."
Well, back there wasn't that much. They had Mickey's house, Minnie's house. They had like a big tent back there. Some of that stuff is still there. They have this tent back there where you can like go meet characters and stuff, but they took a big portion of it away to create that Fantasyland expansion.
So what I know it depends which park you go through. Usually like to go in, I guess it depends which entrance. How many entrances are there to Disney?
Like to get onto the grounds?
Yeah, to get so that like, hey, I want to go to this park or this park. Like you don't all just go into one entrance, right? There could be multiple.
So let me pull it up for you.
Oh, Mariano Lopez says benchmark, not saying the name of the NFT company for respect to this Veve space. This company is going to give you the chance to get a better rarity if you burn 4 common NFTs. Oh, it could be Hero, it could be Recur.
Look how big this space is.
And I guess a human is just like, oh my God, yeah, a human would be so small on that.
Just this theme park alone, you can fit Apparently 2 of the Magic Kingdom inside this theme park.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that being because they have a safari, like a full safari.
Oh, like with real wildlife?
Yes.
Oh,
They have lions, they have it all.
What type of animal? Oh, you just said lions. What type of other stuff? Like, and that's in the it's in a
I have some
safari though
pictures, I'll
too.
show
You
you.
said. Yeah, yeah. Gateway opens tomorrow. You angel.
This is on safari.
Oh, it's epic. Babies. And which park is that in?
Animal Kingdom.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
There's lions.
Oh, I've seen that rock in
Well, this is
video
at the
before.
Beauty and the Beast restaurant. Now that I brought it up,
Yeah.
there's the menu. They rolled a little napkin into a rose. That's the enchanted rose, so it actually moves and the petals fall like they do in the movie.
Oh, Bert the Jerk bought the last one on eBay of Pooh and Piglet.
Nice. The little figure?
I guess, yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
that, because remember earlier I sent you that somebody was selling
the NFT.
Veve NFTs on eBay? Ridiculous. This is me, guys. This is me in my costume.
You look so happy, like, hey.
Yeah.
So is that a restaurant or a ride? Were they?
It was a ride. It was called the Great Movie Ride. And it was a 20-minute long ride. Believe it or not, yes, a ride can be 20 minutes long.
Jeez.
And you would go into this vehicle, and when you got inside the vehicle, there would be a tour guide. And the tour guide would say, okay, I'm about to take you through some of the greatest scenes of the greatest movies of all time. And then you start moving, and you go through some of the scenes of the best movies of all time. So Singing in the Rain, Mary Poppins, Casablanca, Wizard of Oz. But it gets to this one point of the ride where you're in like classic mob movies. And it gets to a part where the vehicle that I'm driving, because I'm talking and driving this vehicle at the same time, and it gets to a red light. And I say, I don't want to run a red light, even if it is just a movie. And then all of a sudden you hear somebody say, "Psst, hey you." And there's a gangster that comes out of this door with a gun. He's like, I'm talking to you. Come over here. And I'm like, you're talking to me? And he's like, yeah. Come over here. So I leave the vehicle and I go over to like this area where there's like a microphone. And the gangster would have it like a little conversation with me about wanting to like hijack me and rob me or whatever. And he would scare me off with the gun. And they would have a shootout. There was a shootout with like an audio animatronic. And he jumps on my vehicle and hijacks it for a couple of scenes. Yeah. And so now he's talking to the guest on the thing. And he's like, give me all your valuables, as he's driving this tram through some of the scenes. And he goes through Alien. And he goes through Indiana Jones.
Oh, sweet.
And that's where I come back. There's a part where he stops the vehicle and he sees this big gem on the top of the mountain. And he goes up there to steal the gem. And I'm standing up there in this cloak like this. I look like I'm like a mummy. And I'm standing there and I go, halt, unbeliever. And I say, you're trying to steal the power of the gods, and now you will burn and die miserably. So I burn him with the smoke, and he disappears. And then I flag away the smoke, and I'm like, ta-da! And then everybody that was in the vehicle is like, yay, you're back! And then I walk down the stairs, and I finish the tour. And I did that. every 20 minutes.
Ooh. So I mean, I guess it's how long of a walk was it? Because you said he hijacks your vehicle. How long of a walk did you have to like run to the next part?
I'd have to kind of run. Like it's
Oh,
even though
damn.
it's backstage of the ride, I would have to like move a little fast. Yeah.
Oh man, that would be.
And I would have to, because there's so many, you know, Disney, there's not just one vehicle on the track, so there's multiple. So
you have to go
when
in
I get
between.
over there, I see the person that was from the vehicle before me like peeking around, like, is my vehicle coming? So he can go out there and stand in the pose and do the halt unbeliever and burn his burglar. You know what I mean? So it's just a continuous loop.
Is any of that stressful?
Oh my God, it was the most. Honestly, I've had so many jobs, so many, and that was the most stressful one because I had to learn the spiel. It wasn't like I could just say whatever. I had to learn the spiel in like 2 days. And I remember getting there and she gave me a script and was like, okay, this is what you're going to be doing. Like, and then my second day of work, she was like, okay, did you practice the script? Because you're going live tomorrow. And I'm like, live as in I'm taking guests and I'm gonna drive this thing and spiel by myself. And she's like, yeah, I'll be in the back, but you're going live tomorrow. Like you're going show ready tomorrow.
Oh.
And I went home and I honestly cried, and my roommates all worked for Disney at the time, and I was like, they gave me the hard one.
So it's a 20-minute ride. So do you have to learn like 20 minutes of dialogue? Or like do you just have to know
kind of.
That's all. That's an episode of like a 20-minute thing. That's like oh my God. Like obviously you're not like crazy dollars, but I guess you also have to know, oh, hey, I'm at this point with the purple wall and the red floor, and now I have to start saying this. And then I have to go and say.
Yes. And based on different areas where you are in the ride, you would have to change the speed. So like I would get to one scene and I would have to switch it to a 2. And then I would get to the alien scene and there's the alien. So now I needed to switch it into 4 to go faster. Like I wasn't driving it. It was on a track, but I did control the speed of it.
Jeez.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy. This is actually a picture of me spieling. So the one I showed you before was in the loading area because we all rotate. So that was me when I'm loading people into the tram. And this is when I was actually spieling on the tram. This is in the Wizard of Oz scene.
Oh, so they give you a jacket to put over your normal costume?
Yeah, over that red part, yeah.
Yeah.
And right here, I'm saying the Wicked Witch had just popped out. And she was talking about, you know, wanting to, I guess, take over Oz or whatever. I forget the story of Wizard of Oz, but the Munchkins pop out and they're like, follow the yellow brick road. And right here I'm saying, which way do we go? And then the Munchkins just keep popping out and they're like, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. And then I keep going through the rest of the ride.
That's great. Oh, I guess that was a giveaway they were doing before. Oh, they were doing a giveaway before on Rob's channel. That's what we had.
Yeah, I figured that's what the numbers were.
Superstar. So what would happen if any of those vehicles were to like break down? Does that
they'd have to be taken off the track. You'd have to call like maintenance. The ride would go what's called 101. That's like a code, like Disney code. The ride would go 101 and you'd have to call maintenance, and then maintenance would come take that off and take it off the track. It happens very fast. They try to keep everything moving as much as possible. So if it goes down, it's probably for just a few minutes. They're going to take that off and just keep everything going.
Oh, so what happens to the people? Like if it breaks 5 minutes into the track, they have to get like what?
Then they'd probably evacuate everybody off.
And then they just do they give them like, hey, here's like a coupon for like a free dinner or something, and
no, not for free dinner. That's excessive. But they'll give you a pass to like, okay, this broke down, but you can go on any other ride in the park. Use a fast pass.
Oh, okay, cool.
or a re-entry pass, like you can come back later. Like if that ride did have fast pass at one point, so they could come back later and just go on the ride at a later time.
Yeah. Wow, frenzy. Hope Lightning McQueen is raceable because he's got 15 of them. You mad lad.
Yes, I hope we're able to move him somehow. That would be dope.
Yeah. I think at some point all the vehicles would be easier to do.
Best ride in Disney.
Flight of Passage?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
It's the Avatar ride.
Oh, I haven't gone on that. That seems awesome.
It's the best ride I've ever been on.
Are you on the like the giant thing that you connect like you connect their things to?
No, so you go through and you're basically matched with an avatar. They make you into an avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And they have you go into this room and you sit on something that looks like a motorcycle almost. You're like in this position. And they have something that comes and locks in on your back here and it locks in on your legs here. And so you can't move. And then you put on the glasses and the screen turns on and you basically look like you're on a Banshee.
Oh,
like you're
okay.
an avatar on the Banshee and you're flying through I forgot what the two rocks are called. But you're flying through this world of Pandora. Like, it's crazy.
That seems awesome.
Yeah.
So is it like a roller
everything,
coaster?
it feels real. Like the way that they move everything, the animation, the smells, like you feel the wind, like I can't even explain. It's just something that you have to experience for yourself. It's amazing.
Oh, man, there's so much I have to experience. The Great Movie Ride is placed with Mickey's Runaway Train. I'm missing that ride. Alien Scene, Wizard of Oz.
Yes, that's the ride I worked at.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, wait a minute. We have the Justin Apple Pie. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay, perfect. Can you close me out for a second? I want to get something to eat and drink.
Yeah. Come back in when you're ready.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Now. So we have had we were talking about.
Day.
Huh? What?
Very productive. What's going on, Steph? Did you see the pizza truck parked outside Skydome? What
she's out of the stream real quick, getting something. But the
so after workers exit, everything is written for you. Hazing.
Hold on, let me.
Okay, I was saying I heard some.
He's walking around like he's on a mission though.
Wait, so where are you at right now?
I am at the house that I'm doing construction at right now, going over budgets and stuff. But it's a friend's house, so now I'm laying on their bed.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, a lot of the updates we had here. There was a whole bunch today on the Veve videos, like an hour. But SparkNote's version of the stuff that matters is that one of the Pixar pals is getting an upgrade. We don't know what it'll be.
How do you get an upgrade?
Like they're either gonna give
Nemo full string.
They might. That's one of the leading things, giving Woody a pull string and have him saying like,
"There's a snake in my boot."
Water. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that.
Poison the water hole.
That's the leading one
for the two of us.
It was either that or it'd be like Lightning McQueen going like, "I am speed," or Ka-chow, and the up house could move. But Steph said when she was putting her up house in VR before or in AR, that she would put it over like a lake, like a body of water, and she said it was like moving, like it was like move. So like I don't know if that's something. I've had that before where I put it in AR, but if it moves, it goes like really fast. Like, oh, there it goes. Like it moves off screen, and it's like a glitch. But hers wasn't like that.
How do you can put stuff outside in the mountains?
Yeah, you never use the AR function?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I thought you meant in our like wallet in our like.
Oh, in the vault now.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you can get out of there. You can glitch out and go fishing.
Yeah, no, it's just an AR. So either Up House would move, or Edna would just say something, or Mike Wazowski would have like everyone's hoping for Woody, but any of these at any time can be upgraded. They can change color on it. They can do whatever. But at the end of each season, Like we're in the 3rd season of Veve NFTs, so they are looking to go and be
totally random. Speaking of the Toy Story franchise, as I was leaving my mom's today, the news was on, and they were talking about how all, I don't know if everyone's familiar, Disney right now is a huge walkout right now of employees because Florida has the anti-gay
don't say gay or
don't say gay thing. So I think most of the walkout was in California because in Florida everyone's afraid to lose their jobs because it'll break their contract if they walk out and they'll get fired from Disney. And as a previous Disney employee, you live in a fake world and you don't want to get fired from Disney because life without Disney is life without meaning, I guess. But they do a good job making it feel like that. But that being said, I saw that because of that whole thing and Disney's like trying to show support and stuff like that, the new Buzz Lightyear movie, they originally had like 2 characters in it that were going to be like, they were going to have a kissing scene and it was going to be 2 of the same sex. I don't know. They weren't saying the characters. It's not Buzz Lightyear, but they weren't saying what characters it was. Yeah. And supposedly they took it out and now they're going to redo that part of the movie and put it back in because they want to like show support. Okay. That guy has to get fired. Like whoever's in charge of Disney right now, I forgot his name. It's not Bob Iger.
Chasik, I think his name is.
That guy, ever since he's been in there, it's been nothing but a shit show. He's been
Steph was talking about him. I think we were all talking about him the other day. Like, everyone hates him for some reason. And
no, I mean, when I saw him come in, I was like, who is this little monkey that they put in place? They just like gave a bald guy a position. They were like, oh, you worked in the accounting division for 5 years, like you're going to be the face now.
Wait, he was just in accounning? Like he wasn't in like.
I'm just kidding. I'm just like Steve from accounting. Like he's just like, oh, you know what? You have the most qualification. You've worked here a long time. You're the face now.
You worked here the longest. So I was reading that news came on, or a lot of articles came out before. I was on stream for like 5 hours before. It was nuts. And I read into it like live on stream, and originally like it was a clickbait title article saying like, Disney funds bill they funded the bill, but what they did was they funded these certain politicians maybe just so that they can get okays on buying land and okays whatever
property and tax things,
and then those same politicians went and like wrote and voted on the bill. So it's like, oh god. So as soon as like the bill came out, instead of saying something, Disney kind of that guy Chisek didn't say anything. Everyone's like, you should really say something, like you should really be anti this. And then he's like, oh yeah, we are against it. And then like they're like, that's too little too late.
I mean, it's bad press. I mean, Disney gets it all the time, but this guy clearly has to get removed from office. Like it's funny how we have I'm not going to say anything and cause controversy with politics, but it's funny how this is such a big deal because to have somebody in charge of such a Disney, I don't even know, what does Disney hold, like 20% of capitalism in America, probably in the world, maybe, let's say. So they have a percentage in just how the world works in terms of marketing and getting their content to eyeballs at such a young age and having them buy toys and fucking getting them into certain fields and stuff like that. But even with like HBO owns PBS for example, right? Didn't they buy PBS?
I don't know. They own so many heckin'
They bought Sesame Street, but for example, you know what I mean? So when these companies own things that kind of not really force, but provide an opinion.
Yeah.
Somebody learns something that interests them and they continue further with it. Sorry, I'm a little high, but anyway, that stuff is just this guy just shouldn't be there. Just plain and simple. There's somebody else needs to step in, take a role. We need somebody who, especially representing Disney, that understands Disney as a whole. This guy, I haven't seen one hint of anything. Like same thing with Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I loved when Reggie Ames was in charge of Nintendo. Yeah. And then Doug Bowser comes in, and at first it was a cool little transition because his last name is Bowser. So everyone, so he he's like, I can't wait to work, and I can't wait to work for Nintendo. It's gonna be a great time. And he tied a Mario and Luigi stuffed animal up with like a cable and put them in the background of the picture, and he had his thumbs up, like,
Oh, that's cool.
and it was on Twitter and stuff. So he was engaging with the community, which was fun. But then complete ghost. I haven't seen him since. Reggie was notorious for actually coming out during Nintendo Directs and talking to us. So that's another company that, you know, I mean, I'm sure Nintendo doesn't really have that much controversy, except small little things like making Mr. Game & Watch have that Indian feather on his head, and how it's offensive now, because back in the old games, he put the Indian feather and he would walk around and be savage. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
So.
Remember that episode of Seinfeld where Jerry Seinfeld is like, from his girlfriend, is like confused with being like a little racist, because he says like, oh, you know, you want to give that back to me, you know, essentially saying like you're an Indian giver. And then he's like, no, I'm not a racist, I'm not any of that. And then he's like, look, my friends aren't racist, like because he's dating this Indian girl, or this Native American girl. And then Kramer comes by in a yellow taxi with like an Indian. You see it like those casinos, those giant like things. They're like, hey Jerry, look what I got. And then he's like at the worst time.
Oh yeah.
But Justin, do you know anything about the Disney Mirrorverse figures? They seem to come with an NFT that just ordered a Mickey from GameStop. I haven't.
Yeah, is this the infamous GameStop NFT world coming to? Gain exciting in-game rewards. Each milestone reach. Pre-register today. 500 gold. Enter Divergent. Oh, actually. Okay, so I've actually seen these before. They're upgrading them. No, I've seen these toys at Target. So you buy these toys at Target. I mean, this is before NFTs existed, I guess. I guess they're partnering because it's making so much money. So the actual game is clunky. It's complete garbage. It's basically like a very shitty version of like at first I was like, oh cool, it's like League of Legends or Smite or something. It's like a MOBA type thing. No, it's just a garbage like hack and slash, and there's no balance. Some of the characters are completely better than the other ones. But when I was in Target, I was because I love Monsters Inc. I love a lot of Pixar stuff. And I saw this awesome Sully in like a battle armor, like a tank costume. And he plays a tank. His role is a tank in the game. Yeah. And I just went to the Disney Mirrorverse and I'm seeing them. Then there's Belle, and she has her mythical wand. She's wearing like her crazy
Preston, what are you talking about?
Dress. Can I share my screen with you guys?
Yeah. So Lori Brenner messaged me. She said, ask Steph and Justin, you weren't here. I said, ask Steph if she knows anything about the Disney Mirrorverse. And you weren't here, so I asked Justin, and he was talking about like the game, and they seem to come with an NFT, and you could just order a Mickey from GameStop. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Lori,
so
Lori, are you on Twitter? If you're on Twitter, can you send that to me?
I'll
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay.
So these toys, I've seen them at Target, but so at first I was like, what is this? And then I'm looking, I've already seen this stuff. Like, I don't want to play this because I don't want you to get demonetized.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
That happens. But what was I going to say? Yeah,
so like, they're in Target though, right?
Yeah, no, these toys, I've seen them already in Target. So what happens is you download this mobile game, which it says coming soon, but it looks like they're reusing old character models for another game that was a commercial failure, and it looks like they might be upgrading it to turn it into some type of NFT experience mixed with a mobile game, like Disney Arena or something like that. It's kind of like it's kind of like the Sky. They tried to copy Skylanders kind of, but it was like 4 years too late.
That looks so dope. I'm going to it right now.
No, I know, but it pre-register and stuff. It doesn't even show the milestone.
Pre-registering.
You know what? Steph is determined. Steph will not be denied. Thank you guys for 50 likes.
Let me in.
Okay. Oh, it's by
Enter
Todd
my age.
McFarlane too.
You ever
Never
you ever
mind.
stop and think for a
Not gonna
second
do
when
that
these
while I'm
like
on
when
here.
you sign up for something and they're like, "What's your age?" Are you ever tempted to put like 10?
And not anymore. Like, God forbid they don't allow you certain things because you're 10. You know?
Oh,
No,
Then
I
that-
know, right?
so you know how when you're for us when we created emails, we were too young to do it, so we had to fake our like security questions. I guess I've been
Yeah.
locking up my freaking Yahoo address for like 10 years now, 15 years, and the other day I was smoking with my brother in the car and I was talking about it. He's like, let's try the guess. So then I'm like, okay. I'm like, where did I have my honeymoon? Where on earth could 12-year-old me have said I had my honeymoon? So me personally, I would have thought I said Disney because when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get married at Disney. Like that was like what I thought was gonna happen. But clearly, I'm 30. I understand that that's not how life works, and that's Anyway, so smug little me, after 15 years of trying, I was like, you know what? I'm sarcastic as fuck. Maybe I put this. So I typed it in. I got the first one right, but I can't figure out the second one. It was Earth. I said I had my honeymoon on Earth.
Wait.
I'm just saying my security question to try to get my password.
Oh, okay, gotcha. When you
It
were
took me 15 years to figure out that smug little me was like, oh, I had my honeymoon on Earth. Like, I'll remember that 15 years from now.
I remember my bank password. Like, you know how like you had like a password or whatever to in case like you forgot your PIN or whatever. Like it said where did you grow up? And it was like Pallet Town. And it's like, what school did you go to? So I put like PS 118, like Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Like it was so stupid.
No, I know it's very painful to figure out. And I can only guess every 30 days because I get locked out. So that's why I give up and then I go back to it.
But so Steph, what's on that pre-register form? What you have to do right now?
Nothing. They just asked for my age right now
Okay.
and my email.
Gotcha. All right, cool beans. Beans sounds good. Okay. I'm saying like a closer look at McQueen. Yeah, so Justin's all for the Woody thing as well. He wants it all.
So hold on, I'm gonna share this again because share screen, click, share.
Pizza truck.
Right.
I want to show you the characters
Okay.
that I've seen in the store.
Oh, Genie.
Oh my god, look at the Mickey.
Yeah, I know. So these are in game, and this is what they come in. They come in like these little things with a card.
Genie.
Yeah, dude, Genie is yoked.
The Genie is fire. Oh, look at Baloo.
Yellow Mickey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, this Mickey definitely spit lightning.
And this is at Target? I'm going to Target tomorrow.
Jack Sparrow.
I saw them at Target at some point, but there's actually not that many. But this is the Sully I saw, and I was like, I want that. It's fucking look at that. It's $90
dope.
now.
He looks like a Transformer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not that many. I think this is majority of them. But
wait,
yeah.
Zoom out. Does that say McFarlane?
Yeah, Todd McFarlane's the
yeah.
He's the artist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. Here's a full roster list of all the characters, it looks like. Oops. I could have sworn.
Parks. When was that posted? That's a Disney Parks article.
It is?
It just said Disney Parks, whatever you clicked on. Go back. Yeah, look, Disney Parks. First look.
Does it have a date on it?
March 7th. Oh, no.
Oh, it's this month.
September 23rd, 2021.
Oh my god, they look so cool.
Yeah, Buzz looks great.
Yeah.
Buzz got that hourglass.
I need that
figure.
Mickey though. That Mickey is standing out to me. I really want that.
Yeah, the yellow one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, but when I saw the Sully, I was like, what the F?
Yeah, it looks like a tank.
That's what he is. So there's different classes in the game, and Sully's considered a tank, and Buzz is probably a tank as well.
Makes sense.
I can imagine Mickey's a sorcerer, Bell might be a sorcerer. He might be a attack or ADC, and that's how I thought it was a MOBA. I was looking, I was like, this makes sense. But then I was playing, I saw the gameplay, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, and it does say 12 plus. I was like, a child would play this, which makes sense. But obviously, there's a whole market for that, you know. So
I mean, that's how you go and you get children into it. You make something for teens, and kids like to do things that older kids like to do. So this way, you know, you have that interest, you have that want. You make something just for kids, the teens will be like, you know.
yeah, no, of course. But then they grow up, and then they make a better game, and then maybe the infamous Epic Mickey 3 will come out or whatever, you know.
Did you guys see the pizza truck parked outside the Sky Dome in Turning Red? I'm not 100% sure what that is. Yet. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Nope.
The Dragon, Banshee. It's 38-second video of McQueen close up video on Pixar's channel. You can feel that thing roar. Let's go, Justin.
Kobe collects. Thanks for your generous donation, Kobe.
Oh yes, he made that $5 hair. Super. He's always being a super pro, awesome guy.
No, he gave us NFTs.
Right? Oh yeah. He gave the what were they again?
Comic.
Yeah. Remember.
I didn't look after the QR code, but it's in my collection. I have to
Steph did a giveaway yesterday also for some followers
on Twitter. What did you end up giving away?
Comic. I would do one right now, honestly, if the market was open, but it's not. So
the guy didn't even. I think his name was Thomas Spataro.
He didn't claim his prize.
No, like I told him, like you win, and then I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, send me your QR code," and then I got radio silence from the lad.
He's a bot. He's not
a
really?
bot. So you didn't get to give it away?
Not yet. He comments on here all the time, so he might just be busy. Because it was like not even a day ago. It was like 23 hours ago, give or take.
Right.
So it's our little princess hero, Justin.
That's me. I can see into the future. Yeah. Yep, that's me.
Oh, Bob Chop. Everyone's saying like we need Bob Iger back.
Yes, we do. Oh, I was talking about that too, Steph, when you left. I was like, whoever this bozo is that's in charge of Disney needs to leave. Like, he needs to be escorted off the Disney property.
I don't like to bash anyone or bash anything. I'm all about positivity, but I'm not in favor of him.
Yeah, I know. I don't like getting into politics stuff, but political stuff. But I mean, this is technically capitalism. This isn't politics, so
yeah, I'm not in favor of him.
We want Elon Musk for Disney president.
Or did you raise for Ukrainian refugees? Yeah, Ronnie. We had Justin, you missed it before. We had a sweet a thank you video from the Red Cross, which was awesome.
Oh, really?
Because of the Ukraine relief project that they did running
the Red Cross is amazing. They when my house burned down, they like helped me a lot. I had a meeting with them in a pizza place in out east.
Oh wow.
Long Island. They gave me a debit card that I still haven't used up completely. I think I have to use it before it goes away. And then they gave me like a therapist and a bunch of other things that help. I haven't really utilized all the services because I'm trying to not think about it right now. So
what is that card? Is it like a Visa card they gave you, or is it?
It's a debit. It's like a preloaded. Well, it's a preloaded debit card that they can see all my transactions that I use, and I can't use it at Target, on alcohol, or on lotto tickets, I think.
Oh, I mean, you're a stronger person than me because it sounds like you could have used that on NFTs, and I would have drowned my sorrows.
Well, I can't. Well, here's the thing: you can actually go to an ATM and take out the money.
And then you could just put it into a different account, and then you could
Yeah. So I most of the stuff I used on it was I went to a couple thrift stores, I bought clothes, and I used to collect clothes too. I used to collect shirts and all sorts of things, and now that it being gone, the meaning of things to me kind of go down the hill. I'm wearing a giant sweatshirt right now, and I'm not even like a football fan. So
I have a Yankees hat over there. I'm not really a Yankees fan. I just Yeah, it's a hat.
No, I know exactly. That's what it is. It's just something you can put on, and
Yeah.
you know, NFTs don't burn in fires, but you can burn the crypto.
Yeah.
Belly.
Oh, thanks, Roger. Hey, I finally caught up on comments. Finally caught up on comments.
Yay.
Nice. So other stuff that we had on the bill, I think that, or on the live that Justin missed, is betting Omi, and then they have the in the future the web app. You should take a look at that, where we're going to be able to go on the web app in the next couple of months, so you don't have to just do it on your phone.
For Veve?
Yeah.
Oh, how does the buy now work? Does the marketplace work or no?
It will everything you're able to do on the app, you can do on the web app, and then you'll be
your accounts at once.
I don't think
the same
so.
account on two. Oh, okay. It would log you out because then I
because I know you can try to do, but that's the thing. We won't. There's in the next couple of months there will be no more race for the buy now. It's just going to be in a queue, and you'll get like a number, and they'll randomly pick a number in like a lottery. But they did say you will be able to do things on the web app that you won't be able to do on like the phone app. So that is something that I'm pretty excited for.
Okay.
Although
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about not having fastest finger and
I think that makes it more of a gambling thing, kind of. I don't know how I feel about that. I've never really, I wouldn't participate in a lottery thing in normal life. I feel like I would participate in something that requires, I don't know. I have ADHD. I like clicking things. I like pressing things. If I have to press something, leave it and forget about it, I'm probably not going to log back in to see what I got because I'll forget. I'm so busy with like work and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean they would have to. You would know in like maybe
they would have to give me a notification ping to my phone that says, "Congratulations, you got this. It'll be delivered when the market opens."
Well, that's what I was kind of hoping it would kind of be like similar to if anyone on here ever does like Nike sneaker releases when they do a draw, because they do different types of styles of releases. When they do a draw,
true. When you do that though, people walk to the Nike store, stand online for 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, whatever it is.
No, yeah, but then there is also when they do the draw, they say, okay, the draw for the Air Jordan 3 is open for 15 minutes, and you have to submit your info, your address, your card, and it runs your card to make sure it's valid. And then it says, okay, your entry is in. And then when the 15 minutes are up, it says draws closed and results generating. And then it'll send a notification saying either you got them with a picture of the shoe or it'll say, sorry, you didn't get it. So, I mean, I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love the fastest finger because the fastest finger how many times gets me message overload, which they said they were going to fix, but still.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And I was when we all did it that day, and I wasn't able to keep pressing it after it hollowed out. I'm not gonna lie, I was very I was like, this never happens to me. So they must have patched some type of thing on Android phone or on Samsung Notes that I don't know. I didn't like that because now I'm like, great. So now I can't sit here and get rebounds. And I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, because you're
internal turmoil.
Screaming, panic screaming. Yeah, so I mean, I assume they'll have a backend thing where like click to enable notifications for you, and then you'd be able to go and have. I don't know if you would be able to sell your master collector points for like Omi, because once you get the master collector points, you're able to bid. Say like, okay, I'll bid this many master collector points or this much Omi to go and get a guaranteed collectible. Do you guys have sets, or you just focus on random collectibles?
The only sets I have are Pixar, I think, and possibly on Friday the Golden collection that just came out.
Yeah, you're finally up. You're in the black on the Chippendale. It was up to like 480.
Oh, thank God!
Like before the market closed. So then
bought 4 more the other day.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Does that mean Winnie the Pooh's back up? Because I don't have Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, he's down. He was up to like 7, and then he went down to like 450. He's up to like 5 now. So
It's still expensive.
yeah.
I heard
I'm so
someone
mad.
talking
I'm at
earlier.
190.
I forget where I heard it, but they kind of made a good point, and I was like, damn, I kind of agree with that. It might have been on a Twitter Spaces, but they were like, Donald and Daisy and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet should be the same price. So either it needs to be down there and be $500, same price, or Winnie the Pooh needs to rise to where Donald and Daisy are and be around $700 because it's such a great collectible.
Yeah. Double first appearance duos, they're buddies, and they look so happy. Like, oh,
What's
friendo.
Donald and Daisy up to now?
And just the history behind Winnie the Pooh and how much the franchise just by itself holds.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. I think they make Disney like $5 billion a year or something like that.
Nice.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Most of it comes from infants because it's the one thing that's considered like unisex, like universal. It doesn't have to be for a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
I know a lot of families use that.
Yeah, I had a Winnie the Pooh. Those things that your parents put you in when you can't stand and you eat Cheerios off of it. That has like
like a bouncy thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it was Winnie the Pooh themed, and it had a honey jar with like that I would stick my hand in and like pull out these like teething rings and all sorts of weird things.
Gustav got Bit4X or just go on the YouTube stuff. So I guess I don't know if this is true or not. I know Cavell Anderson had a live about it. I don't know if it's just like a clickbait thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the clickbait title?
The clickbait though was like Akomi exposes like fraud or whatever, but like he had a clickbait Twitter space before saying KYC will kill Veve is killing Veve, not clickbait. And I was like, oh, I'm not even going into this. Like I was on stream before. I was like, I'm not even going. But so Cavell's new. He's on live. He's live now, and he's saying fraud exposed in Veve, marketplace explained. Akomi banned multiple whales for fraud in Veve, $7 million in illegal whatever. So I don't know if that's just speculation or if he has actual info. One of y'all subscribers go in and watch it.
Be a covert spy right now.
Be a mole and report back to us.
Yeah.
In what? In Twitter Spaces?
And while you're there, get me one of his hats. I want one of those Veve hats.
So in Twitter Spaces, let me go to Cavell's channel here. It was hours ago. Like it was right after. It says KYC could kill Veve, not clickbait. And so somebody told me like, "Yo, Cavell's speaking live right now," and I was on stream. It's like, okay, I'll see what he says. And then I saw the title. I was like, yeah, I'm not going in there. Not even going in there.
Oh my God, it's all caps too. Man, he's fishing.
So you have no idea what he was talking about? Because I know the other day he had, but it was like a super
LOL.
positive space. Like they were really talking good in there.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like after that, he had a thing that says Akomi accidentally leaks movie tickets. He had a bunch of like really bullish videos saying that Akomi Veve community update. Akomi confirms Veve physical collectibles, and then he puts like Amazon and Walmart in the thumbnail. Which they didn't mention Amazon or Walmart on the stream that they did before.
That's really strange because I know people are talking about the hero being on Amazon and Walmart.
Yeah, hero is the hero. The cards those are, or if they're not, they will be. They might be on the website, but they will be in stores.
This Mirrorverse, I'm gonna look it up later so we can talk about it more because I want to see if it's somehow maybe this is connected to GameStop because GameStop looks like they're selling the toys when we went to the shopping page real fast.
Yeah, they are.
Just out of my mind going like this. I mean, you know, the ex-Nintendo CEO of America just left the company because of how it's being handled, how the whole future of GameStop is being handled. And I'm finding this very interesting that they just happen to release this after half of the community's outrage that like they would do this to our Lord and Savior Reggie, you know.
Yeah, my friend Lori just ordered it a Mickey from GameStop and it comes with an NFT. So yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh wow. So
somebody
that's something
send me
that
a
should
link.
be
Somebody send me a link. I need a link.
Okay. Can
supporting
you
GameStop
send?
though, because they have so many sexual allegations against them.
Wait, who had that?
GameStop with like employees and stuff like that, with management in stores and stuff like that.
Females work at GameStop?
Yeah, of course they do.
So bad for the. I mean, Alex, this could be okay. It could be good or bad. Like if you have a bunch of collectibles that are swept off the floor, never like 400 Winnie the Poohs that are suddenly locked up. Then there's a decent chunk taken out of that circulating supply of Poohs. So we don't know. We'll have to see tomorrow.
There was never any talks about what happens when something like that goes down.
Also, if they have bots, the accounts of the bots get banned. And the collectibles on the bot accounts, they cannot be moved, so they can't be sold. Like you can enjoy them in your showroom, but if you're using bots, then you cannot move them off.
Wow.
How do they know if they're bots or not?
They can tell. Like they have, I don't know if you use like they have some software that can detect bots.
Okay. Oh, I hope I don't ever get banned for my quick clicking. I don't want them to think I'm a bot.
No, we could just show them video. We could just show them video of us playing Mario Party.
How many? Like I want because there's already been so many accounts that have been banned. How many collectibles will just never see in circulation again because they were banned?
Yeah,
I don't know about already.
I don't know if they would put them in, make them for giveaways. Or something like they did that when
they can attach those NFTs and assign like some type of ticker or mark on them that make the value of them basically nothing, or they can say that they're not tradable on. I'm not sure if this is true. I saw the whole OpenSea thing. Is that real?
So yeah, they in the video they said that Immutable X is working on some stuff so that they can be interoperable with OpenSea, and already we can use OMI on Immutable X, so we should be able to use OMI on OpenSea, and because our NFTs will go to Immutable X at some point over the next couple months, it would make sense that we're able to go on OpenSea, especially considering we're most likely having a part. Even if we don't get listed on Coinbase Exchange, our NFTs could be on Coinbase NFT, which there's like millions of people that have that.
Yeah. And Coinbase is a huge are they a partner or investor in Immutable X, correct?
I don't know. They at least an investor. But let me check out the Coinbase Immutable X. Parties around. No. How to buy? No. Coinbase Immutable X partnership. Let's see if that's a thing. Ethereum token, powers Immutable X.
Coinbase Ventures invested heavily in Immutable X.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it would make, since we're on Immutable X, and this is probably coming from Coinbase also, them saying like, oh, hey, make sure you're interoperable with OpenSea, because a lot of people that are on Coinbase that really aren't sure what NFTs are, it would make it a lot easier for them to say, oh, just go to Immutable X, make it their issue. Make that, because Coinbase NFT has like millions of people on there already, and got some whales on there that would love to get their hands on some Disney.
I'm so upset. I met this guy at a festival once, and we were talking about NFTs, and he was so hype and he was so excited. And he's like, "I'm a computer engineer. I made this program that like allows you to see when whales are pumping and buying and dumping and all this sorts of things." And he's like, "I'll add you on it." He added my email, and this is before I knew what NFTs were. I was getting emails. Must have got 9,999 plus emails in a day. And I was like, I kept texting this guy. I'm like, dude, take me off this thing. Like, or can I give you a throwaway email? Because you're ruining my life. I can't like I'm trying to look at my emails and they're gone. They're just going past. And I'm like, oh my God. Picture how trading works. Like that's exactly what my email is turning into.
Oh, Jesus.
And then he took me off. I haven't heard from him since. And I think he like left the company that he founded, which was like this mobile application for like live streaming music in like communities and stuff like that.
Ooh, Chippendale, we're at 569.
Oh, really? When? This morning?
They must have
No,
been
because the
before them.
market was closed since last night. So
Yes.
damn,
So it had to be last
569
night.
right before the closing.
All right, Disney peeps, I have to go back to work for a little bit. If you're still on a little bit, I'll be back. Okay.
Dokily,
Later.
dokily.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Meow. Okay, he gone. So yeah, I texted Lori to come get the to go get the what do you call it? The link for you for the NFT thing. She hasn't messaged me back yet, but I'll keep you
I
posted.
need it. I need it now. I feel like I should just look myself because I'm impatient.
Maybe. I mean, because if you're getting something from them, it comes with an NFT, so you're getting two things. You're getting the figure, and then you're getting the NFT with that. I'll pair with it. It's cool. Collectibles upgraded. Does it break?
But where does it say that you get an NFT? I didn't see that.
I don't know. That's just what she messaged me. So they seem to come with an NFT, and she just ordered a Mickey from GameStop. I mean, I guess it'll explain on the link when she shows it. Not 100% sure.
I need it.
Think about that
Oh, it's
too.
on Amazon?
She said she
If
ordered
it's
from
on Amazon, I'm
GameStop.
gonna buy it right now.
She said from GameStop. Let me try to look for it.
It's on
Mickey.
Amazon.
Is it on Amazon?
Yep, and it's on sale if anybody wants to get it. It's from the actual McFarlane store. Yes, it is.
Great.
Buying it right now. It's on sale for $10.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I see one. McFarlane Disney Mirrorverse Mickey 40. It's $40 for that one though. Maybe that's new though. Let me get a Enchanted Magical World. Wait, so you're getting the physical one though. You're not really concerned about the NFT though, right?
I mean, if it comes with it, look, it shows some type of little card. I just ordered this.
Oh, okay. Nice. GameStop. Role playing. All right, so there's got to be. Maybe I'll search for it in YouTube. So we put like, maybe we have video of somebody buying it. Mickey, GameStop.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe I'm about to cancel my GameStop order. I mean, my Amazon order.
Well, so there's this YouTube channel called the Paul Barron Network. It says GameStop partners with Immutable X for NFTs. Should Disney buy Veve? It was like a month ago. And they have 317,000 subscribers. All right, so watch like 2 seconds of that. I'll go back to that later. And then I'll go and take a look at that later. Okay. Well, no. Says Amazon be chewing on your packages. I don't know if they have doggos there. I don't know what that means. Amazon chewing on your packages. Oh, you'll get the whole package and the cards, etc., all in great condition. Oh, all right, cool. Wait for that then. Ooh. So, Mando was talking about it before. What was your take on the whole the Disney walkout thing that was happening today? He says it mostly happened in like California, not the employee walkout, not like where it wasn't just it. Like people in Florida were like kind of okay with it, I guess. It was just the ones in California that were doing the walkout.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I just think that there's a lot of people that didn't participate because they're just scared of
losing the job.
their jobs.
That'd be me too. I'd be like, oh, I like my job. I like.
Yeah.
So, what was your reason for leaving Disney back in the day?
I didn't want to stay in Florida anymore.
Yeah.
If it was back here, I probably would have stayed with the company, but I ended up just not wanting to stay in Florida anymore. I came back home, and I ended up, as soon as I came back home, that's when I got my knee injury, and I had to have 2 surgeries, and I was off my feet for like a year and a half.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
What surgeries did you have?
I had ACL reconstruction and meniscus tear repair.
What caused that? Was it from running at like the Disney job where you had like?
No. Back in high school, I was playing softball and I was trying to fake a steal from third base to home so the person would throw the ball and I could just run and score. And my knee stayed straight and my body went this way and it just tore. And I guess at the time I didn't realize how bad it was. And so they misdiagnosed me at the hospital and just told me it was like a sprain or whatever, gave me crutches, sent me home.
Yeah.
That happened in high school. So 2006 I graduated, so 2005. So 10 years, almost 10 years later, I was doing something simple as just crawling on my bed and I turned over to sit on my butt and my knee popped out and I couldn't put it straight and I was like, no, what just happened? So I went to the hospital and they were like, yeah, you have a hole like this where your ACL should be. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And they were like, did you have an injury before? Like, why don't you have an ACL? And I was like, I did hurt myself in softball a long time ago. So they had to cut a tendon of mine, my patella tendon, and make a whole new ACL.
Oh, geez. What was your, did you not have any pain like normally? Like you didn't think to go back? Like, hey, doc, my knees are really hurting me.
So your ACL is like your strongest ligament in your knee that kind of like just holds your knee, this part and this part together, like the ligament in between. So I could do this fine, but my kneecap was like rolling all over the place because there was nothing holding it in place.
Yeah, luxating patella and man.
So they had to like connect it all over again.
Oof. Oh, big oof.
Yeah.
So you said you were in bed for like a year and a half? That's a fudge ton of a recovery.
Horrible.
Oh my God.
It's horrible.
Jeez. Well, it's a good thing you're back home and you had some like family here to help you out with stuff. That would not have been fun in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like the grossest person. I would have been like, I would have gotten one of those things and I would have been like, okay, put the Cheez-Its here, you know, the ones that like get like an arm extender.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna get a can of Yoo-Hoo. Like, oh, I would have gotten so fat. I've been, Jesus. So and obviously that even if you did want to go back to Florida, that kind of hindered anything that you had because you had the injury, you had to stay on bed rest for a while. You couldn't really do it again. I meant for Disney, not just for Florida.
Everybody, my family was here, my friends were here. I was just glad to be back here.
Yeah.
I like Florida, but I was young and at the time I didn't want to live there. And it wasn't for me.
Yeah. So you weren't into like the party scene, like the go to Miami, getting hecked up now?
I've never been like that. I'm not like that at all. I would much rather stay home and eat a bunch of junk.
Oh, so I can get on board with both. I like, let's go out, like karaoke, drink some Long Islands, do some shots, but also
karaoke I would do, but I'm not like I don't want to go to the bar.
Yeah.
I want to go to the club. Like I'll do something fun, but everybody has their idea of fun, but that going to the club and the bar isn't fun to me.
Yeah. Like I would do both. Like you know, we're hanging out with Justin the other day, just playing like Mario Party. Like I do that all day, every day. Like if time allowed, I would just chill and do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I guess it's a place about balance. I don't know.
Yeah.
In other news, trying to see what else we have. Oh God, where's my thing? Physical stuff. So for the promo, did you see anything about that? Like if you go to like a physical event, like a concert or a show, you can get like a ticket with a promo code on it. And the promo code, you could enter it into Veve and you'll get an NFT based on the event that you go to. Which one do you want to go to? You probably New York Comic Con if they come here. Veve will be going to Designer Con in Anaheim and in London. They will also most likely be going to San Diego Comic Con and hopefully New York Comic Con. Obviously, if they go to New York, you'll probably go. If they don't go to New York, which one of those would you most want to go to?
didn't mention one that I would want to go to and that
No.
I feel like they'll have a strong presence at.
Okay, so not DesignerCon. Not
23.
Oh, true. They didn't mention that. That's one of the things they did not. So just because they're not partnered with D23, like they're not going to be there, doesn't mean that at some point D23 won't mention them. They might have them in passing, maybe just not enough to announce a strong partnership
I
yet.
think that they could be there because by the time September comes around, you know how many Disney collectibles they're going to have on the app?
That's true.
Between Disney, Marvel, we might even have Star Wars by then. Pixar's on there. Like, there's going to be so many. And at that point, they'll have enough to show people, like, hey, look at our catalog of what's available. Like, this is what we want you to get into.
I want a Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Why did they break up? Apparently they had like a show on ABC that was a little more adult, and Kermit and Miss Piggy were no longer together. What the fudge is that about?
Well, good for Kermit, because Miss Piggy's rude AF. It's
true. She did abuse him. But it's just something you kind of grew up to expect, you know, like she, you know, they were together and she would go, hi-ya, you know, and just fight people. But that was I didn't really see that show. I heard it was okay. I heard it was pretty good, but
I was more of a Muppet Babies fan. Did you ever watch
I remember that too.
Muppet Babies, they'll make your dreams come true.
I don't remember the theme song. I remember once
90s.
where it was. This is where I think I might have actually lost interest in the show, where they were talking about like imagination. It's like, oh, cool. They're living in like in this one episode, they were living in like a world of gray, and they were imagining colors. Like, oh, okay, yeah, if you imagining things. But then they said like, oh, you just have to eat this like porridge. It's like, oh, all right, you know, like oatmeal, like, you know, something like that, whatever. And they said, oh, well, let's just imagine it's ice cream. And then they all started having a really good time. I was like, wait a minute, I've imagined my like vegetables and stuff are like really good, like chicken nuggets, and they're not. Like this doesn't work. This show's lying to me. But I do remember watching that show. It was
God, just the 90s altogether is just everything was so good back then. Everything.
So did you have? I remember you had like a Game Boy. Did you have like Sega or N64, something like that?
Yeah, I had Sega, I had Super Nintendo. I think in this order. Sega was my first game system. Super Nintendo. Then I think it was Nintendo 64. And then PlayStation. And then like a GameCube.
Oh, nice. You had GameCube. Legit.
And then after that, I feel like I had that little period of time where I didn't really play games. And then when I got a little bit older and I started seeing people playing things like Call of Duty and Kingdom Hearts and things like that, I was like, I'm back into video games.
Yeah, I had that a little bit too, and I was like, I think like 11 or 12 or something, or like maybe like 12, 13, whatever. Like GameCube came out, I think I skipped GameCube, and then I got the Wii when that came out, and then I had all the other ones after. So that was good. I don't know why I didn't get the GameCube. I had like Mario Kart Double Dash, Super Smash Brothers Melee. I don't know why I didn't get it, but. And
I had a couple portables too. I had a Game Boy, had the first Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Advance, which was the purple one.
Yeah.
I had the white Nintendo. Was it DS?
The DS.
The first
one.
Oh,
the first one was like a SP, where it had a little light inside the game, so you didn't have to like play your game in the car like this. So, yeah, I remember those. I remember Justin always had like the new stuff, so he would tell me like, oh, this is really good, or like, don't get this, this is really not good. Because there were there's no YouTube, there's no reviews of video games and stuff like online.
Yeah.
So you'd have to just by chance go and try that. Oh God.
I also remember playing as a kid. You remember like There were some for Disney. I'm sure there was some for other. I feel like there was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one too, where it was just like some like plastic digital game. It almost looked like it could have been a Game Boy, but it was just one specific game, and it had like an A and B button and a D-pad, and you had to press like the A and B to do certain shit, and the little things on the screen would like appear over here, and it would be like Beast, and you would have to fight the wolves, and then he would move down here, and then you'd hit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I had one, not for that. I had one for Toy Story where you had to like run and like do. I do remember that. I remember playing that, like walking over to my friend Frankie. Like this is when I knew I was obsessed with gaming, where
Like
I would
this. Oh, that's crazy. That I did a Google search. It came up like this. Games like this. Do you remember these?
They only had one game. Yeah, 100%. I had that, but it was for Toy Story. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they only had one game. That was so bizarre.
Stop! There was an Aladdin one. I had that one.
Oh, sweet. I had a baseball game one too. It wasn't Disney related. It was just a baseball thing. And do you remember? I don't know whose side of the family. This was on like, and I think it was like Aunt Tina's side. Like there was Aunt Helen and Uncle Joe. They lived in Pennsylvania. They were quite old. I didn't even know their kids. I just knew like that. I think they were your Aunt Regina and your Aunt O's like brother, Uncle Joe. I don't know. Like I remember they had this place in Pennsylvania, and she had like a poker machine, like not a big one, but like a little handheld thing. And I just remember playing that too. It was good. She had a pool.
No, I don't remember. To be honest, I don't remember much of our aunts.
I don't too much either.
Aunt O and what was the other one's name?
Regina?
No.
And Owen.
My grandpa's sisters.
Regina and
Aunt O and her sister. What was
that
her
was Regina.
sister's name? Her sister's name wasn't Regina. It was something else.
Yeah, that was my grandma. That was Regina.
Are you sure?
Unless you're
Are we
thinking
thinking
about
of the same thing? I feel like we're not thinking of the same people.
yeah, Aunt O and Regina were sisters because I would go to grandma's house, which was Regina, and Aunt O would come over like at like 11 to watch The Price is Right. She would leave and then come back in like the afternoon to watch General Hospital with them. And then there's obviously there's Uncle Albie, obviously, you know, and then there Aunt Katie. Was that your grandma?
My grandma. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Aunt Katie. I barely remember Aunt Katie.
That's because she died when we were so young.
Yeah. She in a wheelchair at the end?
No. Yeah, she was for like the last, I want to say 2 years of her being alive because she had breathing problems. Do you remember that? Like
She
her
had
being
oxygen
on
tank?
oxygen tank?
Yeah, I do remember that. There was the other, and those. She was. I think she outlived all of them. I don't know if she was on your side. I think I remember seeing her at maybe it was Aunt O's funeral, which I saw, or Aunt O's wake. I think I saw Susan at. We were young. We were like teenagers, I think.
Yeah.
And she was. I forget her. She was a nice old lady. I forget her name though.
Yeah. I don't know.
and
I
then-
have a lot of early memories from our childhood just at Lauren's house.
Yeah, I remember.
And seeing a lot of Disney at Lauren's house. Like she had all those family trips, like photos, like in the Disney frames, like with the year on it, and like all these different Disney painted things.
I remember that one day I was, because I guess when I was younger I didn't like to walk that much, and I think Aunt Gina, she had invited me to like Disney. And then I didn't say anything because I remember like, oh, you guys go to Disney all the time? That's so cool. And then she's like, yeah, you come with us. I'm like, oh, wow, that'd be great. And then I remember my mom saying, no, he doesn't like to walk, which I guess I didn't like to walk. And then I was like, oh, honey, if you're coming with us, we get there when the park opens and we don't leave until the park closed. She was like getting all like,
I believe it.
so But Lauren had this. She had a Ouija board, and it was before Hasbro had started. It was like an old school Ouija board that I remember, and we only played for it, thankfully, for like a little bit. It was in like Lauren's house where she had the staircase coming down, like that met the kitchen.
I remember that.
And she's like, no, you can't play with that there. Like move it somewhere else, but you can't play with that there. I was like, oh, okay. But it was a Ouija board, and then we thankfully we put it away to like go somewhere to like play something else. But that was that was I remember, like, because of an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I remember thinking back to that. Oh, I played with the Ouija board. Oh God, what did I just incur?
I feel like I can remember that a little. Now that you're saying, "Are you afraid of the dark?" I feel like I can remember us being in her room and the rest of the family was downstairs.
Yeah.
No, Monarch. Did you ever tell anybody that we're related?
Yeah, I did it a couple of times that we're like. So I think because your mom, my dad are cousins. We are third cousins because your mom would be my second cousin because she's cousins with Tommy, who's my dad. So
Yeah.
I would, so I'd be her second cousin and you'd be his second cousin, and then I think we'd be third cousins. So I think that's how it works. Blowing Monarch NFTs mind.
We are related.
Monarch
Listen,
NFTs
this
mind.
man had short hair. That's how I remember him.
Oh, I got
The short buzz
I
cut.
I don't have any super old photos. I have one from the military, me and my friend Harnish, where
Yes, that's
Yeah.
how I remember you.
that was from like 2014, 2015 maybe. Yeah. That was back in the day. I remember you were like shorter growing up too, right? I don't know why I remember that. Like you're just like
Short.
Lauren was just freakishly tall.
Lauren was massive. She like outgrew all of us. We were like,
Yeah,
okay, cousin.
I think she's still really tall. I haven't seen her in a while. I think it was actually at her mom's wake was the last time I saw her. So yeah, that was way back. We're going like 20 plus years.
Right.
Like almost 30. Yeah, like 25 years is. I remember you had a dog. It's like was it Black Lab?
Close.
Or is it? Yeah.
You have a good memory for that. It was a Weimaraner and Lab mix.
Okay.
You know
Yeah,
what a
I do remember.
Weimaraner is?
Yeah, wine round. Yeah, I used to be a veterinary assistant, so I.
Yeah, they have that.
There.
For anybody that doesn't know, it's like a short-haired, big gray-looking dog.
Oh, I think I have So I used to live in Huntington before I moved to Massapequa, and in like I guess it was 2018. I have a picture. Oh no, maybe it's. Oh, do my memories only go back to? No, here it is. Guess you can't really tell in that one, but that's like a wine rhymer.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
I look like a Mexican Tom Hanks with short hair. Thanks, man. That's great.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I remember that. I think Lauren had a dog too. I don't really remember that one.
I don't remember her having a dog.
Yeah, it was like always in the basement because it like wasn't.
You know what
like,
I remember from her house though? I do remember them having a lot of Cabbage Patch dolls. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
She had a ton of Cabbage Patch dolls, but like in a china cabinet, like a china closet.
I remember I thought she had Barbie dolls because
She
her.
probably had that too.
Yeah, because her parents would have loved, or Gina would have loved this because her mom, I remember, I think got her like one that she couldn't open and then one to play with because she was into like collectible stuff, and she had like all the Barbie dolls from like way back in the day.
Yeah.
She would have loved. I wonder if she still has any of those. Like if Lauren kept those.
She probably does.
She had a mother flapper of a time after her mom died, trying to get. There's a bunch of pictures on like her Apple tablet or Apple like iPad or whatever, and she couldn't get in because she didn't know the password. And Apple is like horrible, or I guess they're really good with security, but they're horrible with giving you somebody else's password. Like they needed like a death certificate, and they needed like 6 different things, even though she's like her daughter, to try to get it. I don't know if she ever got any of the pictures off there or anything. Yeah, she could be sitting on a bunch of money, because I do remember a bunch of. I guess you remember the Cabbage Patch Kids, which are probably also the guy who does our head of licensing is Alfred Arcon. He's the one that really brought Cabbage Patch Kids to them. So we're probably going to get those. I don't know if you ever collected any of them back in the day.
I mean, that would be cool. There's so many things we can get.
Yeah, but I mean that's just one of the main ones that Alfred Khan has in his Rolodex. So, but the Randy, come here. Fuck off. Do you ever get told you look like a celebrity? I get told I look like a Mexican Matt Hardy, and I guess Mexican Tom Hanks.
A couple years ago, I had my hair was like blonde on the top here.
Yeah.
And a lot of people at the time were calling me Bieber.
From like.
There was a point in time where people were telling me that I looked like Ruby Rose. I was like,
I can see that
because she's beautiful.
I can see that. So I think obviously the Ruby Rose that I think they're referring to is the one from Orange Is the New Black, right?
Yeah.
There's another. So these two actually do look similar. There's another Ruby from a show called Ruby. It's an animated one. It's like these kids go to high school like for fighting, and they have like weapons and stuff. It's really cool. But every time someone says Ruby Rose, like, oh, I have to finally ask which one, because I don't know which one they're talking about. But yeah, I can see that.
Speaking of celebrities, I don't know if this is confirmed, but my sister had showed me something yesterday. Halle Berry is going to be Storm in Black Panther 2.
We do know that Storm's going to be in it. If she was going to be Storm again, I would think that it would be in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, because if they're going to have a Storm, they're going to probably want. Depends which one they go for, because they have a. I mean, they can't do a love line with T'Challa, because her and Black Panther, T'Challa are supposed to get married, and they have this whole line there. But if T'Challa, yeah, I mean, how old was what's his name? He was in his 40s, and Halle Berry's got to be. Well, she's probably in her 40s too, right? She is 55, dude. She is gorgeous. 55, but two. God, she still looks amazing. I don't know what.
Oh no, okay, that's what it was. It was she had posted this, and people started talking about like, please tell us this means that you're gonna be Storm in an upcoming you see what he wrote? Tell us you're gonna be in the next MCU movie without telling us you're gonna be in the next MCU movie.
That would be, yeah. I think it would be in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because she was a version of Storm, and you know, you can. I can picture her coming back as Storm. Oh, okay. I have a link for you. Let me copy that and.
Yes, please.
Send it. I'll send it in the group chat with the Justin. Okay. Oh, Monner says, yeah, maybe Doctor Strange too. That'd be shit. Okay. Oh, it's not that T'Challa's mother was Storm. Oh, in the first Black Panther. Nah. Oh, you thought that was the actress. But there will be Storm. I don't know if they would do. I don't know what storyline they would do, because in some of the timelines, she's like really mad at Wakanda, because like they have this great technology and the rest of Africa is like suffering. So she's like, "What are like?" So she gets really salty at them. She fights T'Challa at some point, and it's really good.
Mhm.
I don't know if you could be in the MCU, who would you want to play?
Damn. I don't know. I'd want like a little bit of everybody. To be honest.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
I would want like probably someone that's not I don't know, there's not too many brown people in there. So maybe like a version of Deadpool where you don't like see me, like you just see like the suit.
Yeah.
Or I'd just be like, I don't know, if like, because America Chavez is like supposed to be really young, supposed to be like 14. So if I could be like her like fat slob of a dad, just be like parental figure in there, like, yeah, I'll drink beer, you go save the world, something like that. What's up, Dancing Nidorina? How you doing, fam? Hope you're doing well.
Hey, girl.
Monarch would be Spider-Man. So that's why you should go to Designer Con. So go meet Dancing Nidorina. She was there last time. I could only imagine she'd be there next time.
Me and her were chatting about this hero stuff.
Wait, oh yeah, it seems great. Not Kyle Wilson. LOK, Surprise Cat. He was on my podcast number 69. He talks a lot about that. He bought like a ton. There's a girl Biscuits. Do you follow her?
Yeah, I follow her too.
She bought a ton. So there's a bunch of people that bought a lot.
I grabbed a decent amount, which I want to say is a decent amount, but compared to what everyone else has.
Yeah. Oh, so when I first met
I'll
her,
take a pic of Steph if she falls,
Unlike-
I did with Randy. What does that mean?
So when me and Taps first went to, we got a room at 2 separate beds, and we decided to go out to DesignerCon, figuring it goes from Friday to Sunday, but Friday was only for VIPs, which is fine. We're both VIPs, but
Yeah.
we thought that it went from like, I don't know, like 10 to like 6 or something like that. So we go there at like 1, 2 o'clock, whatever, and then it's closed, and they don't actually open until 5 p.m. Like, okay, so we go to the bar, and we get really drunk, and we then decide at 5 p.m. to go and enter the convention hall. And I see Dancing Nidorina with a couple other people like on the other side of the fence, like, oh my god. So I was like Justin on the drop where he's like doing his pterodactyl thing. So it's like that episode of SpongeBob where he tries to exit the Krusty Krab. It's like, Mr. Krabs, the front door is missing. So I go and I don't see an opening in the fence. So I hop over the fence. I fall flat on my back like a turtle. It's like, and then make a complete fool of myself. I was like, oh, hey guys. Like, and then I was like, could you please tell me you got a picture of that? And she didn't, but next time. But yeah, she's fun to be here again. Sorry, I want to bring it up again, Randy.
And this is in Cali?
Yeah.
When is it?
It is the I think it's in September. No, November 18th, 19th, and 20th. The 18th is for the VIPs, the 19th and 20th is just for everyone. I think the VIP ticket's like $80. It's really not much.
Maybe I'll go.
Do it. Always 2 separate beds. Taps was one day, he was on stream, and he just like took a shower, just like woke up. So I'm like doing like the live stream, and he's just like chilling on his bed, looking like sexy AF, and he didn't have socks on, and everyone's like, oh, Taps' feet. Oh my god, Taps' feet. It's like, oh my god, people are so crazy.
That's really funny.
I guess you look like Hayden Christensen, also the compliment kind.
Hayden Christensen? Ooh, let me look that up. You gave me a compliment? Hayden.
Where is the? Okay, wrong.
Hey, that's a handsome man. I'll take that.
We Okay, 11:45. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, Pensioners at Anaheim in November. I mean, fudge, man. If only moons, I'm going everywhere. Going everywhere. I don't expect it to moon for a while, but it's not going to stop me. I hope I'm in Florida by that time. I don't know though. I'll see what.
By the time of Designer Con?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what goes on with everything. See how the market does. See how Omi does. See how other things do. Well, yeah. He plays Anakin. Is that? Oh, so that's the other thing. There's a bunch of kind of like the Defenders did with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Daredevil. They're gonna do a heavy Star Wars crossover in like 4 or 5 years, where they have like Mandalorian, they have Boba Fett, they have the Ahsoka Tano series. They're gonna have a bunch of like a whole like Defenders type of crossover when everything's all done. That'd be legit. That'd be fun. Any other? I'm gonna get some Taco Bell. I had Taco Bell before, but did it again. I'm gonna. I don't know what time Justin would come back. Any other things you wanted to go over beforehand?
I don't think so. I can't wait for the next drop. To be honest, I'm not a comic person, so every time I see the notification like Veve tweeted, I'm like, and then I see a comic, and I'm like,
So the
comics are cool, but meh.
So tomorrow's comic I think is worth getting, because if you look on, I think it's like if you look on, I think Comic Collect or Go Collect or something like that, the 9.8s for tomorrow, they sell for like 20 something thousand. So it's actually a comic that people really want. Yeah, like it's not like Hit Monkey where the 9.8 sell for like $300. Like they sell for tens of thousands. So
all right, so it's worth trying.
Yeah. Dancing the Arena doesn't wake up for. Oh, she's in Cali, I think. So.
I mean, yeah, you see, so I'm not the only one. I'm just like meh about them.
She do be grabbing the comics on the market though. Yeah, Mona says tomorrow's comic is a major gem. So I'm gonna try. I try my very best.
All right, so I'm gonna try.
All right, cool beans. So last time I hit a comic drop some months ago, she was on the toilet.
Yes.
It's amazing.
On the throne.
Yeah, I had a comic not too long ago, but it was not on the toilet. Although not the last time, 2 times ago when I was streaming with, I think I told you, streaming with all y'all. I X'd out of the tab and I didn't hit end broadcast. Justin was still like left there, and I just had I was like, oh, I'm about to get on the toilet too, and I was like, yo, Chavez, you're still alive. It's like, so I haven't showered. I didn't go to the gym yesterday or today. I feel not good, man. What? Feel like this. So I'm gonna have to. I'll like try to run in the morning, and do some other crazy stuffs. Night Nurse concept will be in Doctor Two Strange. Not 100% sure. I just know the comic's cool. I don't know if it's. I really don't know the story though. You didn't read any comics when you were younger? Oh, dude, there's some good ones. There's some really good ones. Like the Civil War comics are really good, and the Secret War comics are really good. They're just like these like 12-part story arcs. They're like amazing.
The closest thing I got to comics was Garfield.
Like Garfield in the newspapers?
No, I would go to the library and they would be long Garfield books. They had long. Let me show you what it used to look like.
Oh, I didn't know they had that.
Yep. They were like long books. And it was like comics on the inside.
Was that? Oh, you said at the library, right? It's not like at like. Yep. Do you guys have like the Scholastic School program at your school also?
Oh, I loved that. I loved that when they had that at school.
I remember I wanted to get like Captain Underpants because I thought that was funny. But like my mom's like, no, you're not getting that. You got to get a real book. Like, man, I had to get like real stuff. I do remember she let me get Animorphs though, because I liked animals, and these humans could morph into animals. They were called like Animorphs. Like they had like they made a show about it too. I was on Nickelodeon where they had these like teenagers. They got like special powers to turn into like an animal for like an hour, and then this one guy went over the hour, so he was like stuck as a hawk for like the rest of his life.
Yeah.
It was awful.
But I can remember like the old school books that I used to grab. There was like, do you remember like Amelia Bedelia?
I don't. What is that? What was that about?
Like that was like one of those easy reads that used to be for like kids back in the day.
I don't remember that one.
Like Frog and Toad Together was another one.
I don't remember that one either. Remember Encyclopedia Brown? And
I feel like I remember that.
I don't even remember if I read it. I just remembered that it was a thing that you could get. I don't remember any other things. That was Anthony Arena's favorite. She liked the Animorphs.
Animorphs, yes.
That's what I just said. Right? That's what I just, or did I say something? Did I say like Animaniacs?
Or maybe I didn't hear you clear enough. But
oh yeah, that's my beat. It's my
Animorphs
bad.
was fire. So was Wishbone. I remember Animorphs and Wishbone being like out at the same time.
I don't remember Wishbone. What was that about?
What's the story? Wishbone, the dog. Come on.
Oh, he was like a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I do remember kind of what that was though. Like I know of it, but I don't think I actually watched it. He would take you on like back in like the past, right? Like adventures like back in
Yeah.
Blow Up Big. Oh, Goosebumps. Oh yeah, when you choose your those are great.
Chose your fate. Why don't I?
Yeah, they were the ones like they give you like 2 pages and say like if Jenny gets attacked by the monster, go to page 374, or like if she doesn't get attacked, turn to page 68. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, those were good ones. Did you see the Goosebumps movie? I think they might have made 2, but one of them was pretty good. They had Jack Black was in it. The first one I saw, it was like with this puppet, and he like raises up all of the other like stuff from like the other books. It was pretty good. I like that. What do you
think was scarier, Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark? I typically don't get. The only time I ever got scared of reading something was I was reading like a Reddit No Sleep. You ever read those?
No. I honestly thought you were gonna say Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, because that book to this day is still dark and scary as hell.
I don't know. So I don't know why. Like reading stuff, even with creepy animations like that, and I think they have a movie deal with Touchstone. I think to make
they
some
do.
Of them. Okay, yeah. But I remember reading it, and I remember being stuff in others. Like there's something that's really not supposed to be scary at all, or maybe it is. What was the one with Mary Kate and Ashley? They were like detectives, and they had to figure out like they had like a show that they were like detectives at something. Like Little Michelle.
I know what you're talking about.
So there's one episode where there's like a woman in like a dress and a wedding dress, and her veil is covering her face. And like they were trespassing in the house, like they weren't supposed to be there, the 2 kids. So she's like walking towards them, and they scream like and I remember it scared the crap out of me. I was like, oh my god, changing the channel to something else. But thinking back on it now, like it's just a woman in just her face is covered.
No,
I get really scared of things that like are on TV, but the only time I've ever gotten scared of the other stuff is like if I were to read like a Reddit No Sleep. I'm not reading for whatever reason. Maybe not that imaginative. But what were some of your favorite stories to tell in the dark?
You don't remember that book? It's
I remember it. What were some of your favorite ones out of that?
I don't remember them all because it's been so long, but I can remember like reading it, feeling scared. I can remember that feeling.
I do. if I'm like already at home, I'm okay. Like feeling that way, like if I'm on TikTok at like 3 a.m. and then, it's like, oh god,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But if I'm out, like I remember reading a story called Anasi's Goat Man story on Reddit, and I was reading it in between sets at the gym, and of course, like nobody else was there at the gym with me. But then I remember as soon as I was in the military too. Like I was on base and there was nobody outside because it was late at night. And I remember having to run like past the track and past these like little trees to get to my to get to the barracks. And I remember being like, oh my god, the goat man's gonna get me. It was, and like I wasn't like a little kid. I was like 23.
Oh yeah, I don't do well with like complete darkness. I freak myself out really bad.
Oh, so you wouldn't go into like a haunted house like ever, or like not even a haunted house, like an abandoned house in like the middle of the woods.
Honestly, it depends because I've been to haunted houses before and I do not like them. But then again, I've also like, have you ever heard? It's in Long Island, Kings Park Psychiatric Center.
Yes.
I went in there.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, it's so fun, right? It's scary as hell. Like, cause I don't know. First of all, I thought I was gonna get caught because I hear about the park rangers like always catching people. But
Yeah.
just walking through those buildings, like knowing that it was a mental institute, like it's creepy as hell.
Yeah. There was a place on McGuire Air Force Base that was the reason why we went here, because it used to be a hospital, and then it was abandoned because they built another hospital. But why did they build another hospital? Apparently it was used as, I think, like in like abortion clinic in like late 50 years ago, something like that. And then, obviously when that fell into not, like disuse and out of practice, they moved it to other stuff, but weird stuff kept happening. Like even security forces that would go over there and just do their like nightly checks or like once every 8 hours or whatever, just to clear the building, make sure nobody's in there it's not supposed to be. Their radios would go all haywire. When Kara was in security forces, like, yeah, radios would go like crazy, like in there, and couldn't really make any out calls. Like you would be stuck on, hot mic. And
Yeah.
so like obviously all of these stories might have been a little well traveled, but it's all on base. And me and my friends had to go in there one night, and there's like a kitchen over to the left when you walk in. I was on like the right. There's a staircase up there, and we didn't know it at the time, but something kicked like a giant metal garbage can down the stairs, and we were like, "Oh shit! Oh my god!" So we like booked it out of there. We like hopped the fence on the other side. It was a turkey buzzard that like we had disturbed and had kicked that, but that was straight up scary
Monarch
stuff.
said Disney Plus is gonna have a new live action Goosebumps series.
Oh, where was that? Oh, okay. I would watch that. I'd totally watch that. It's
Now
more
that
scary than
now that he just said that, I'm gonna bring it up. What all the announcements from Disney Plus Day were, so we can see what's about to come out.
Okay, you look that up. I'm gonna look up Green Ribbon Story because I don't know what that is. Green Ribbon Story. I'm guessing that's from. Oh. Okay. All right. I looked it up, Dancing Meter. Okay, I know what you mean. Y'all got to see Cavell live. One more saying, y'all got to see Cavell live. Apparently, it's really funny. Apparently, he was raging before because he was not okay with the KYC.
Yeah, but why? I don't understand why people don't want it.
Well, so I know why, and it's not really a good reason. Again, I don't know Cavell's reasoning personally, but for a lot of people that are on my stream, they're saying that, oh, if we have KYC, that means everything we do gets reported to the IRS, and we have to pay taxes when we sell. Well, when you cash out anyway. So a lot of people that was on my stream before didn't want it because of tax evasion. They just didn't want to pay
I
tax.
get that, but
I get it.
look at the reality of what we live in. You really think we're going to be able to sell something and not have, like, let's just say you sell Walt eventually for $45,000. You don't think at some point they were going to implement something where you got to pay tax on that? No tax on 45K? Come on.
Yeah. People do be crazy though. I was going to midnight premieres, horror film. Oh yeah. Oh, you never went to like horror. I know you say you don't really do really crazy good with that, but going to see, like, I think you said something about The Ring, right? At midnight, you saw that and it was creepy.
I mean, I've seen a few horror movies. I'm not a big horror movie. I wouldn't go see like Halloween in theaters, but I would go see like Paranormal Activity, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, well, I guess which one is scarier to you?
The ghosts.
Yeah.
The ghosts are scarier to me than the slashers.
Yeah. I think I like the slashes because they're classics. But yeah, the ghost stuff, like that stuff can actually happen. Like I'm surprised there's nothing that really went along like with Disney. Like, oh, there's this man that, he loved working for Disney so much that we still see him working like in, the engine room or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed, dancing. Goosebumps book alone, especially at night. Okay, was the that's that. It's gonna suck for kids. I don't think you can KYC daughters counts. I think they might have they might be able to do that with like parental consent. You just have to sign something. They should be fine.
Well, they said they were I feel like, because I was like half asleep, that when you log in, you're gonna have to KYC, right? Not if you want to cash out.
Yeah, it's gonna be to log in. So it's on ramp. Maybe that's what Cavell is on about, because that would deter some people. It's like, I don't want to do KYC. Maybe that's what he meant and why he doesn't want it, because it'll just be a deterrent for some people.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll maybe, by the time whatever comes out, they'll give an option. Like if you do want to cash out, you'll have to KYC. But if you just want to use them as collectibles to like take pictures of or whatever, you can just leave it as is.
Yeah, I mean, again, they'll probably do a whole article on it. They'll do another video on it, as soon as it comes out, and all that.
Yeah.
On our iPad. Yeah, I think, Jared, they might just give you a thing like for kids saying like, hey, you're the adult that has his account, sign off on it. I think that'll be all right. Justin Fisher, we're just thinking Woody is just going to have the string. And that's probably what it'll be it. It's going to be Pixar Pals.
They said it was one collectible, just one?
Yes. They mentioned that one of the DeLoreans is going to be upgraded too. Like I think the ultra rare and the rare are going to be like drivable. Like you're going to do stuff with them. Which I have. So
then if it's one, I'm going to say it's Woody.
Yeah.
And not McQueen, because if people are like, I get people want McQueen to be drivable, but if you think about it, no one really gets inside of him. He would be movable. Movable would be, almost like a remote control car, but drivable, I don't think, and nobody's going to be able to get inside Lightning McQueen and drive him. So I don't.
That would probably feel weird for him if he's, like a sentient being and going inside of. Yeah, I don't know.
Right, so I think it would make the most sense to upgrade Woody.
Yeah. Should be pretty easy, too. Just add a voice clip in there and just add a string that you can...
Yeah.
Oh. Just tap them. Tap them on the string.
Then again, anything's possible. They could make McQueen into like a RC car that you just like move around the way you do the Aston Martin.
Yeah. The DeLorean Interactive will be drivable only, so both common, ultra rare. What was I gonna say? Mike Wazowski does have teeth though, so like maybe he could talk. I'm like, why give him teeth? I don't know. Although that's how he looks anyway. Yeah. Just 2 more collectibles after he mentioned DeLoreans. Oh, did he say 2? I thought it was just one. I think it just had to do with PP. I think that's what he meant. But if there is more than two, and they're both in PP, they're both in Pixar Pals, I don't know.
Like, all Disney has the potential, like if they release more collections like Pixar, not just Golden Moments, they all have the potential to be animated because it's Disney and that's what they do. They bring things to life.
I mean, they started with some major brands that picked. So I don't know, would they go on other avenues? Like, would they start on Muppets and Muppet Babies and stuff before they finish the Pixar rounds? Like, I would think that
they could definitely bring Muppets out.
But then you have so many things that you want to collect, and like, there's no, bring those out before you get Buzz, bring those out before you get, any of the actual Incredibles, bring those out before you get, I don't know. I feel like sometimes they might, like in Pokemon, like, okay, finish this set, and then you go on to the other set, and then plus you have the Golden
I'm just
Moments.
curious how they're going to do other things going forward. Like, when princesses come out, like, how are they going to come out? Is it going to be just a princess only box? Is it going to be like a love box where it's princess and prince? Is it going to be where it's one specific movie where they just do like just Little Mermaid and we get like Ariel, Flounder, Sebastian, Ursula, but then it's like, you think Ursula, is it going to be just the villains box? Like, there's so many things that they could do.
I guess they could have two. They could have, like, Ursula from The Little Mermaid and then Ursula in the villains box. Like, I thought it'd be great to have, Nemo as like, okay, here's like normal Nemo, and then Nemo in the fish tank where he's called like shark bite, or something like that. Like the nickname they give him in the tank.
Yeah, shark bait.
Yeah,
Shark bait.
That's what I want. Like, I want the variation in Nemo where he's like brave and he does the thing with the pebble and the, Yeah, I want that. I want that. Which I don't think they would give, like, because, like, again, they're the same. It's not like it's Nemo and Nemo like 8 years later. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But who knows? So I am going to get Taco Bell and die because after the next few minutes, I will have been streaming for 8 hours today. So I'm gonna go and
yeah, you need some food.
Some beauty sleep, and then we got to wake up for the drop tomorrow.
Fuel, boy. I say get that fuel.
I will. Wait. Oh, Veve retweeted something. I know. Let's see if Veve. Let's see if they did the. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Veve says we have become aware of an exploit of our systems, which resulted in a large amount of gems being acquired illegitimately. We appreciate the members of the community that have come to us after noticing unusual activity. As a result of this exploit, we have closed the market, gem purchases, and transfers while we investigate. We'll update you on the expected time of market open as soon as we can. Some users have had their accounts restricted while we investigate. We'll be getting in touch with those directly. We appreciate your understanding. They did ban comments from that, but that is maybe we won't even get the drop tomorrow because
at this rate, they could push it back.
Yeah. Somebody up there said that on the, and then maybe we'll get like then they might push it to 3 or wherever.
Well, all the socials are about to be active as hell because the marketplace is closed. So
yeah. Wonder.
But all right, enjoy that Taco Bell.
I shall.
And
thanks for coming on.
Until the next time when we get some more Disney news.
Until next time. I'll catch y'all later. Peace, guys. Meow, 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 meow.